Hello, and welcome to the Rolling Forward podcast. I have Gabe Puthoff with me here today. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining. Before we start, I do have a question for you. You grew up playing wheelchair basketball, then found wheelchair tennis in college. What did wheelchair tennis give you that wheelchair basketball didn't?
I think it's apples to oranges, really. I mean, you got like basketball being a team sport, so you rely on some teammates. That gives good camaraderie, and you learn how to work with people.
Yeah.
Tennis, there's no one saving you, so
Yeah.
you learn resilience and a quick mindset, like a goldfish mindset.
Yeah.
And so it gave me, I don't know, I enjoyed tennis more. Like it's like you're outside in nature.
Mm,
You're outside, which is good for your mental health.
yeah.
And I don't know, there's just something about hitting a winner that just made me feel good. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. I played basketball and tennis growing up as well. And obviously tennis is my main sport and all that.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think I like the idea of it's all on me.
Mhm.
It's fun to interact with your teammates and stuff like that. But yeah. Well, cool. Thank you for answering that. Let's go ahead and go into my intro. So guys, welcome to the Rolling Forward podcast. It's a podcast of people who keep rolling forward no matter what life throws at them. Real people, real stories, powered by purpose, resilience, and a drive that never ends. I'm Zach Sikora. Spina bifida didn't stop me. It just gave me a better excuse to sit down while I take over the world. Today's funny shirt is I can't stand wheelchair jokes. And obviously the pun in standing and wheelchair is there. I made this shirt. You can get the shirt at rollingforward.printful.me. And if you have a funny shirt idea, please throw it in the comments. It might make it into my shop. So anyway, let's roll into today's episode again with Gabe Puthoff. Gabe, can you just tell everybody how we met, how we came into contact with each other?
Yeah. That's a good question. I think it was through tennis.
Through tennis.
What? No, it was through basketball.
Yeah, it
wasn't
was through
Yeah,
basketball.
it was through Tuesdays at LeBlanc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do me a favor. Just
Yeah.
point the mic, like move the mic
Forward.
more towards your face. Yeah.
Got
There
it.
you go. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
no,
great.
I think it was practicing on the adult team when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And that was maybe like 8 years ago, 10 years, something like that.
Yeah.
9 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, I've been in Cincinnati for 11 years, I think. And Ian Smith actually approached me when we were out and somewhere. And he's like, "Hey, do you play wheelchair basketball?" I was like, "Yeah, I used to all the time." He goes, "Well, we have a team. Come join it." And so I got involved in that. And then that's how I met you. And
Yeah, I guess it was basketball, and then
yeah.
slowly got the tennis lessons, and
Yeah.
later in high school, or
Yeah. Yeah. And then we do tennis through Cincinnati Tennis Foundation.
Mhm.
You're obviously a collegiate tennis player. You were a collegiate basketball player as well. Can you just give us like a 10,000-foot overview of who you are?
Yeah. So I was born in Cleveland, moved to Cincinnati,
Okay.
played able-bodied sports up until about it may have been the summer going into 8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere around there. I don't know if that timeline's right, but between 7th and 8th grade,
Yeah.
we found out about the Cincinnati Dragons.
Nice.
And it was played in like a small church
Oh, was it?
church gym.
Oh.
Like you had to go through like this like janky like elevator up there before we moved to LeBlanc. And then slowly transitioned. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie, I was like a lot of people and thought like this is kind of like a kind of like a feel good, like everyone gets a chance to play, and then you get there and then it's like, oh, these guys are flipping over, and
Yeah.
there's really no mercy.
Yeah.
And so then I started playing for the Dragons in high school, Cincinnati Dragons wheelchair basketball team.
Yeah, can we back up?
Yeah.
Because you said you started playing wheelchair basketball in 8th grade,
8th grade.
and you've been disabled all your life?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, and you played able-bodied sports. How does that work?
I played baseball. I mean, I played t-ball, I guess, up until 7th grade
Yeah.
or little league.
So you can walk.
I can walk.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not in a wheelchair. I don't have a day chair.
Mhm.
So I like to stay active and mobile.
Yeah.
So
You just walk with I don't know.
like braces, leg braces.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
little waddle.
Yeah.
But
Anyway, so
yeah.
going back to wheelchair basketball, you were kind of talking about that, and I think you were going to transition into something else.
Yeah, so in high school played that. I emailed a bunch of college teams and coaches asking that I'm interested because I didn't find out about collegiate sports, adaptive sports until sophomore year of high school. So
Yeah.
it was kind of when I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to go to college. Decided to go to the University of Dayton my freshman year.
Okay.
Transferred after because I graduated in 2020, COVID year. Went to
Yeah.
Dayton. Didn't like Dayton that much, so then I went to then I drove 9 hours south to Auburn, and now I've been down there for this will be my fifth year down there.
Okay. Yeah, I went to Wright State in Dayton, Ohio, and out of the 3 cities that I've lived in, Ohio, Cincinnati, Dayton, and Columbus, Dayton was just the worst. I love you guys in Dayton, but at the same time, it's like I don't know.
There's not much.
Yeah, there's not much. It's Wright Pat Air Force Base and then a couple colleges.
Not a lot of sports besides college. I mean, same with Auburn, Alabama, but it's just different, I guess, going to a bigger school. But.
Yeah. But so I'm surprised you. I mean, because you were a pretty good wheelchair basketball athlete in high school, and you chose a college that didn't have any wheelchair sports.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Stupidity. I don't know. I'm just gonna chalk that up as being young and stupid. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think with it being COVID, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that year, I guess it just messed with my head a little bit. But
yeah.
No, I didn't know if I wanted to play basketball, like commit to doing that rigorous of a schedule.
Yeah, it's rigorous, and we'll get into the rigor of that.
Yeah, and and I turned out I actually liked that. I needed that the most.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't want to do it at first, and then I realized I missed it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't enjoying my time at Dayton, so I was like, okay, well,
go play.
Let's call them up and see if they'll have me back after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how long were you in Dayton?
I finished out the year. Okay. I was not really. I was there until February of my freshman year, and then I finished the last 2 months at home.
Okay,
which is like 45 minutes away. So
yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. I actually went to University of Arizona and to play tennis. I don't know if you know Caitlin Verfurth. She was an elite athlete. She's probably been to like 4 or 5 Paralympics.
Okay.
Very talented athlete. We grew up playing tennis together, and traveling and stuff like that. And then a couple other people like David Wagner. He's one of the best quads in the world right now. And so I was there for a semester, and let's just say I had a little bit too much fun while I was there.
Same.
Yeah.
Happens.
Yeah. And, I didn't know what it was like. Like, my parents were really strict growing up. And so, like, I felt like I was pretty sheltered. And then when I had, like, unfeathered access to everything, it was like, ooh, I can do it all. And, yeah, like, I could stay up till, 3 o'clock in the morning and get up for tennis practice at 5 a.m. That was fine. And then the other brutal thing was because it's the desert out in Arizona, like we had to play either late at night or early in the morning, and I'm not a morning person. So it was rough getting to those practices. So then I came back and I went to a community college for a little bit and then ended up at Wright State. And they had a wheelchair basketball program, but they were like, yeah, if you come, we'll start tennis, and that never came into fruition. So
our stories are kind of opposite. Like I went to Dayton and then
yeah. And University of Arizona had a wheelchair basketball team, but they didn't have it. It wasn't all college. It was adults and college kids.
They've transitioned in recent years.
Yeah, which is awesome to see. There's so many more adaptive sports colleges and stuff like that, which
it's growing.
Yeah, I told Jake this, but UC started a wheelchair tennis program. and they're wanting to expand on adaptive sports. But Xavier, just to throw some shade at them, they don't have anything yet. So I think,
I'm a big Xavier fan, so I got a
yeah,
year left down in Auburn. Maybe I'll go back to Xavier.
heck yeah,
Start one.
yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. I would help out
Perfect.
as much as possible.
Yeah,
So.
can't throw shade at Xavier.
Yeah, right. Okay, so another question. Well, did we finish your kind of 10,000 foot overview?
He got there. I've played basketball and tennis down at Auburn for
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah.
3 years basketball. This will be my fifth year playing tennis.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, I like it. If we weren't recording right now, where would you be? It's summer. You're home for the summer and all that. So
my responsible answer would be working on some homework in summer classes, but I would probably be drinking coffee, watching some Sports Center.
there you go. Yeah. Do you have like just one or two random fun life stories or sports stories that you can share before we get into everything?
I just was in Lyon, France, playing for Team USA wheelchair handball. In June, and that was fun. Handball.
I've never played handball.
It's fun.
I thought I've tried them all. Is there a team here?
No, it's just so our sports psychologist, wellness coach at Auburn, Dr. Ford Dyke, he played handball, able-bodied handball,
Yeah.
Team USA, and he kind of combined like a bunch of other like Team USA able-bodied handball players
Okay.
into coaches, and then it's stationed out of Auburn, and this is a year and a half that that there's been a wheelchair handball team in the USA. So
Okay.
first tournament was in Cairo, Egypt, and then this summer was in I wasn't on that team. I just tried out for this one.
Sure.
So yeah, it's growing.
Okay. Is that something you're gonna stick with, or?
Yeah, I'll keep trying out until they no longer need my services.
Yeah. Okay. So a handball story. What were you gonna say about that?
No, that was just a cool experience. Going over there. It was only like for a week, so it was just a competition. And we got bronze. We got the bronze medal, and then before the award ceremony, these two little French kids come up to me. They're like 6 to 8 years old, and they have a ballpoint pen, like one like a cheap pen that you get and you were taking notes with.
Yeah.
And they asked me to sign their arm, and I signed their arm with a ballpoint pen, and it was like I'm like, you got to go wash this off now. Like that means nothing. That has no value.
Right.
But that was just funny.
Well, hopefully they got a picture of it,
Yeah,
like,
honestly.
Yeah, I went to the Le Petit Az. That was probably the biggest tournament that I've been at.
Nice.
It's a junior tournament that has able-bodied and wheelchair players, and it's the best from around the world that go and compete. And there were kids that brought like tennis balls for me to sign and stuff like that. And it was a pretty cool experience being like
it was
pseudo celebrity for a little bit.
No, it was cool. I'm like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the theme question before we get into all about you, your backstory, and tennis and basketball and collegiate sports. I definitely want to know more about that. But what keeps you rolling forward?
That's a good question. I think at this moment, my 7-year-old self would be happy with where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So just that thought and just making him happy.
Yeah.
So I think just that thought in the back of my mind.
What did 7-year-old self think you would be or would want you to be?
He loved sports. Wanted to play collegiate sports. I remember, I mean, this is kind of cringy, but I remember taking like baseball hats and like acting like I was signing somewhere at like a big time school when I was like 8 years old, 9 years old. So that's kind of what I've always wanted to do.
Oh, that's great.
And I've just kept doing it. So
yeah.
I think just that thought.
Yeah. How has what keeps you rolling forward changed over time, would you say?
I think when I first started playing adaptive sports, it was kind of for me.
Yeah.
Selfishly, like I wanted to do something cool and like get that recognition, I guess, to do something cool. But now as I gotten older and kind of helped out, like coaching a little bit, I don't do a whole lot with the Cincinnati Times Foundation being far away, but
Yeah.
I kind of switched that focus from myself onto like helping younger kids.
Yeah.
Because I never had that like growing up. Like I had like in high school with like you and like Jake Counts and Ian Lynch.
Yeah.
But like when I was really little, I never had that like role model to look up to and be like, he's accomplished some things, not a lot.
Right.
And he's done okay, so I'll be okay. That's kind of what my focus has switched to.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's interesting the older I get, and you're like what 20 years younger than me, but at the same time, how old are you?
23.
23. Yeah, you're
Okay.
17. I'm 40. So
Okay, damn.
I know, right? Wow,
you
don't be so
look good.
surprised.
You look
Hey,
good.
thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's great. But yeah, it's Matt Dectus, who was on the show a little while ago. He said, if you're not serving others, then what are you doing, kind of thing. And I've really like dove into the wheelchair sports community like head on, and like there's some of the most rewarding experiences of my life. So, okay. One other question around this is what's one strategy you use to maintain your momentum?
That's a great question.
So like it could be like to-do lists. It could be like managing your calendar more effectively.
I'm a
like time efficiency.
I'm a very organized person.
Are you?
Like,
Okay.
yeah, like I'm not, I don't know. I kind of just like, if I have an opportunity, I'll show up to it and then just get yourself in the door.
Yeah.
And usually that's the first step is just showing up.
So true.
Just get yourself in the door and see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm not that organized. Honestly, I wish I would say I use the calendar or planner, but
interesting.
not at this point. I think when I was more busy in undergrad, I did.
Yeah.
But now I kind of just take opportunities. And
But so like, what was your GPA in college or in high school?
in high school, it was decent, but I got better in college. I think I graduated with a 3.5. I think I graduated with 3.5 flat.
Okay. And what is it now in college?
Undergrad, it was a 3.6 something.
Okay.
3.6 something.
Okay.
And then grad school is higher than that. But
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. We outside of like wheelchair sports, we don't really talk a whole lot.
No, we don't.
And so I have my own perceptions of you and whatnot. But
I'd like to hear this.
yeah, right. I mean, you strike me as is compared to other 23-year-olds, a more put together person than the average 23-year-old, let's say. So,
well, thank you. There's some days where there's nothing put together, but
yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I mean, I think showing up is a great one. Like for me, especially over the last like 10 years, I've grown into like consistency, right? Like making sure that not only am I keep making and keeping promises to others, but I'm making and keeping promises to myself. And I think that was one huge shift for me is making promises to myself. Because if it didn't involve other people, it's like, oh, get up at whatever 6 a.m. It's like, oh, I can sleep in or whatever else. But it's like, no, you're lying to yourself at that point. So
yeah.
I don't know. Okay, let's get into your disability origin story. So, how are you? What happened? Why are you disabled?
I have spina bifida.
Yep, me too.
Yep, nice.
Twinsies. No, I'm just kidding.
And yeah, no, it was right after birth. Or found out right after birth. Had some surgeries. Right after birth.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's not like I consider myself pretty lucky. I can still walk.
Same.
It could always be worse. Yeah, it's all I've known.
Do you know what type of spina bifida you have? There's occulta meningocele and
myelomeningocele. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a shunt.
Oh, okay.
I've had a few shunt. You can see
Me
the
too.
scar. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I get a short haircut. Used to walk pigeon-toed. Had a surgery. In second grade, was in a wheelchair for like a month.
Yeah.
And that was my first time like being in a wheelchair, but it was a
Oh,
hospital chair, so it was like
yeah.
I just had to be pushed around. And then I had 2 shunt revisions in high school, and then I've kind of just that's all. So
Okay.
I've been pretty lucky with
Yeah.
my disability, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
As weird as that sounds.
Right. No, I think I have too. I mean, you're a little bit more able-bodied, quote unquote, than I
Yeah.
am, but I have a shunt. I've never had a shunt revision though, and I've had like X-rays of it, and it's
Mhm.
like all broken up,
Yeah.
and they think that just skin formed around it, and there's fluid still going through,
That's all that matters.
but it's just like it's just the tube is just my skin that formed around the shunt as it grew. You know, and
Yeah.
it's still the same shunt that I had when I was a baby. So,
No,
you know,
that's impressive.
yeah. But I have had my fair share of surgeries. Like I've had a reconstructive hip surgery. I've had a bladder augmentation. I had an Arnold Chiari. Are you familiar with those? So like my brain stem was shaped like a V instead of like a U shape, and I was
Mm.
putting pressure between my like my spinal cord was between my brain and my first vertebrae, and it was giving me headaches, and so they removed the first vertebrae, half of the first vertebrae, to relieve that pressure. So
Huh.
yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah.
I consider that pretty lucky compared to like surgeries and stuff like that that I've had in my life. So
Mhm.
so you've had shunt revisions. Any other surgeries from spina bifida
Um,
other than like when you were a baby?
baby.
So
And then the legs.
the legs.
The legs.
When was that?
That was 2nd grade.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
like 2009, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
2010.
Yeah.
Um, they just basically broke a bunch of bones in my leg,
Yeah.
like the tibia and
Yeah.
like the ankle bones or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
But I was in 2nd grade, so I didn't really. I was just mad that I was out of school for like a few days.
Right.
But
So just for the audience, I mentioned the 3 types of spina bifida. Myelomeningocele is what the spina bifida that Gabe and I both have. It's the worst one, and it's probably, I would say, the most variety of types of disabilities you get from it,
yeah,
right? So there's like cognitive disabilities, there's physical disabilities. You can really tell someone who's spina bifida if their body isn't grown, let's say, like they're just a little bit shorter than the average person, I'd say, and okay, this is maybe insulting a little bit, not to you, but you don't look like a Biff,
No, I get that
as
all the
we call
time.
them.
I get that all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like there's certain things that Biffs do. Like there's the Biff roll that like when people
Oh
look
yeah.
left and right, they do one of these, and it's
Oh yeah.
interesting. I don't quite know what the science is behind that, but
I don't think there is one.
that's a common Biff thing,
It
and
is the stare. There's a stare.
yeah, the stare.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I have some Biff looks to me as well, but and then sometimes I call them Biff moments where like I just completely lose track, or um I don't know. I think I referred to you as like Gabe Taylor one time, and I'm like, yeah, that was a Biff moment
Yeah.
instead of Gabe Puthoff. So, and then okay, so disability, and you started playing wheelchair basketball in 8th grade,
Mhm.
and other than that one surgery, you weren't confined to a wheelchair at all. You didn't really use one.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
interesting.
Just leg braces.
Yeah. Um, I want to get into later um sitting actually let me just ask you this right now, so because it's on the topic of, so as I'm coaching,
Mhm.
there is, I typically don't like to mention kids names, so I'll dance around this, but there's one girl that I coach. She also has played wheelchair basketball, but she kind of looks like she has CP, but she actually doesn't know what happened to her.
Mhm.
Do you know who I'm talking about yet?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. And then, so she came to her first tennis on a walker,
Okay.
and she's tried to play tennis in a walker, right? And eventually she got into one of the basketball wheelchairs and started to come to tennis in a wheelchair basketball
Mhm.
chair
Mhm.
instead of standing up. And so you're disabled. You've played able-bodied sports, disabled sports. Um, when do you think it's appropriate for someone who maybe is prideful about getting in a wheelchair to actually play wheelchair sports versus able-bodied sports?
Whenever they want to.
Yeah,
I think, I mean, hindsight, I wish I got into it earlier, so it
yeah.
was better, but,
Mhm.
had more time to practice. But I mean, if it's gonna happen, it'll happen eventually. Like, for me, it was baseball. They got to a certain age and they raised the base paths, like,
Yeah,
they, like, made them longer.
yeah,
I'm like, "I'm not doing this." Like,
yeah.
I can hit it into the outfield, and the left fielder is gonna throw me out on
Right,
my way to first base.
right,
So,
right.
that's kinda when I was kinda, like, kicked out. But it's I think it's just giving it a shot
Yeah.
and seeing,
Mhm.
but it's whenever they want to, really.
Well, so you say whenever they want, and I agree with that, but at the same time, like you had this stigma of wheelchair sports when you
100%.
first started,
Yeah.
and so like I guess again like yes whenever they want, but again sometimes people don't know that that might be the best path for them to take,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
and so I guess maybe talk to me about how you got through that stigma, just
So
seeing it.
I grew up, I mean, I didn't know anyone that was disabled. All my friends are able-bodied.
Yeah,
I went to St. Xavier High School, which is it's like 1,600 all boys school
yeah,
down. It's actually close to here, sort of. But yeah, I never was around disabled people, so I had my own like stigma. Like
yeah,
I mean I walked, I wasn't in a chair.
yeah,
Um, and it was kind of an adjustment, but when that happened in 8th grade and then slowly into high school, my life slowly got better. Like, I started to accept myself more
yeah,
because, like, when you're not in a wheelchair, like, I mean, this is just like, you're not in a wheelchair full time.
yeah,
It's like you're kinda, like, on, like, the fence. You can walk,
right,
but you walk funny and you have leg braces. So,
right,
like, I was trying to, like, fit into, like, 2 types of worlds, I guess.
right,
Um, but my life slowly got better when I, like, fully accepted that and
yeah,
started playing wheelchair sports.
yes.
Um,
Yeah, so I think that's it. Like whenever they want, but at the same time, like I don't think people realize how much their quality of life will increase
mhm,
by getting into a wheelchair and playing wheelchair sports and getting rid of that mindset, that stigma, all
mhm,
that. So the other thing is I've told this in prior podcasts, but I used crutches up until fifth grade,
mhm,
and then I had a surgery, the bladder augmentation that put me in a wheelchair for 2 weeks,
mhm,
and I realized that I could carry my own lunch tray.
mhm,
So like, yeah, I can walk a little bit, but I mean, you can obviously walk a lot better than me. But at the same time, like I realized that I was more independent just using a wheelchair all the time.
mhm.
And you realize that you could use a wheelchair playing sports because you could actually compete at a, I guess,
Higher
more
level, yeah.
elite level.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was all confidence too. Like,
Hmm.
I wasn't very confident growing up. Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
was like the kid that was like not like ostracized, but like I was the only disabled kid around.
Yeah.
And
Same.
so, and then I got this whole other world out there that has opened way too many doors for me that I don't feel like I deserve. But
Unbelievable amount
yeah.
of doors. Yeah, it's been a great experience. Okay, let's talk about like the community aspect of wheelchair sports.
Hmm.
And so like talk to me about like I guess the current state of adaptive sports and like what kind of impact you want to have on it.
It's growing. It's growing.
It
The
is.
community's growing.
Yeah.
I mean, I played in the first collegiate national wheelchair championship 2 years ago,
Yeah.
alongside the able-bodied men's and women's. So that was a cool experience down in Stillwater, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
Um, my impact won't be. I don't. It's not going to be with me playing sports. I think I can do more coaching and helping out
Yeah.
with either like the Cincinnati Tennis Foundation, if they'll let me come back and help out,
Yeah.
or with Cincinnati or University of Cincinnati's tennis team, or growing another like school in Ohio.
Yeah.
Because when I was looking at adaptive like collegiate schools, there wasn't a whole lot of options. And I'm so glad that I went to Auburn. But I mean, if there was a school in the Midwest, it would have made a tougher decision for me.
Yeah.
So giving the kids in the Midwest a opportunity to go somewhere closer to home, I guess.
Yeah. I love that.
So
Yeah.
I don't know what my impact will be, but it'll be on the other side and not playing, I would assume.
Yeah. And what's your degree in?
Secondary education, high school teacher, or it's 7th through 12th grade.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And so you want to teach, but do you find yourself? I mean, coaching definitely and teaching.
Especially with social studies teachers like me. So yeah, that's the stereotype.
Yeah. So would you? Sounds like you want to do teaching like in a school for a little bit, but would you ever quit that and just pursue either coaching or things within the adaptive space, maybe at a college or somewhere else?
I think I would try both at first. I'd never say never, because I didn't think I'd be down in Eastern Alabama for 5 years, 10 years ago. But I think I'd try both if that opportunity arises. I'll help out in any capacity that they need me to if I move back to Cincinnati.
Right.
So I'm not sure. Those are the two things that I want to do, though. I've known that for a little bit now. So
Yeah.
There's really no plan B.
Yeah, and I also think, being a teacher, and you being a coach, other than maybe in the college world, like for teaching kids, like they're going to be in school anyway. So after teaching, you can coach or do whatever you need to do. So
have summers off. So,
exactly. And that's the prime time of tennis.
Exactly.
Is the summer. So it definitely seems like you could do both. I mean, I've got a full-time job as well, and I'm doing all this. So, okay, let's get into your transition from basketball to wheelchair tennis.
Okay.
We kind of touched on it a little bit. But when did you start leaning? I mean, obviously you started playing tennis, 4 years ago, you said 5 years ago?
My first year down at Auburn.
Yeah.
Well, besides like the lessons that I would get from you and Emmy Kaiser.
Sure.
But yeah, competitively my sophomore year. So
yeah. Okay.
5 years ago.
And so you started to fall in love with tennis. To talk to me about that, like, let's say evolution of like, yeah, I'll try tennis. It's a cool sport. I'll play it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll play basketball and tennis as well. And then to quitting basketball and just focusing on tennis.
So basketball is what got me in the door at Auburn.
Yeah.
I mean, I played basketball I played basketball and tennis at Auburn in undergrad for 3 years.
Yeah.
Minus the Dayton year. So I played for 3 years. Both basketball and tennis, juggling that.
Yeah.
And I liked basketball, but I was better at tennis. All my success was with tennis.
Yeah. Just real quick, I coached you probably one of the first times that you've ever played tennis, and you were a natural. It was pretty awesome. So like
Thank you.
I remember I was serving as hard as I could at you one of the practices, and you were of course it was a struggle, but like that was kind of the idea, is to like slowly learn that pace, since you were going to be playing it in college, and you got better and better at returning my serve. So
well, thank you.
And you progress really fast. You listen to instructions really well. But I think that's just par for the course as well, from just being an elite athlete in general, is being coachable, taking feedback, and growing as fast as possible. So yeah, I think the basketball helped with the transition and all that. So
yeah, and I think so. I played both of those for 3 years.
Yeah,
graduated, and I'm like, do I get a teaching job?
Yeah.
Well, our head coach Nathan Waters, who's the Office of Accessibility, or co-director of the Office of Accessibility at Auburn, he was like, "Do you want to stay on and be like an assistant coach, player coach type thing for the tennis team
Yeah.
and be like a grad assistant
Cool.
with other responsibility, like small responsibilities in the adaptive athletic department at Auburn?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'll just play tennis." So I'm getting my master's now in education
Yeah.
and just full time tennis. So the last year was my first full time tennis,
Nice.
or like this past season. So next season's my last year. So it'll just be full time tennis.
Nice. Okay.
So that was kind of my transition: basketball and tennis, and then just tennis because
Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was like, "Oh, getting my master's out of the way now instead of at like 40 or 50 would
Right.
be." Well, that's a solid idea. So,
Yeah. It,
um,
is there a time frame of how long you can play wheelchair sports in college?
so wheelchair basketball, it's 5 years.
Okay.
So, they gave a 5 year. Tennis, it's kind of like the Wild West right now.
It is.
We're
Yeah.
following. We're trying to follow basketball and learn from them.
Mm-hmm.
So there's really no eligibility for tennis.
Yeah.
You just have to be enrolled in classes.
Yep.
I think there should be.
You don't actually have to be just enrolled. You can be an affiliate as well.
Yes,
right?
yes. They are switching that though.
Yeah.
They are transitioning out of that, so you get full time.
Yeah.
So,
So talk to me about that. So I think one of the struggles in adaptive sports in general is the amount of people, right? And so one of the ideas was, in order for like, let's say you have one player in a college that wants to do tennis, you need another person in order to play because you play 2 singles and 1 doubles at the collegiate level. So the idea was you can have an affiliate come in, play, and that affiliate can play college sports as well, so that you can have an actual team. So how are they transitioning to that and making it so that we can still grow as a collegiate tennis space?
So I mean, in basketball, Auburn, this is from what I've heard, is that it was started off as an adult team, like it was all affiliates,
Yeah.
and it slowly transitioned,
Yeah.
and then now it's all students,
Yeah.
all student athletes.
Right.
For tennis is easy. You really just need one. Like for like the team aspect, you need 2, so you can play doubles and 2 singles. You really just need 1 if you really want to compete, like for like singles.
That's true.
Which more schools need to do that. I that's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's the easiest thing. You need a coach and a player.
Yeah.
2 people.
But all I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. It seems to me like just being new into the collegiate world of tennis, seems to me like most of the collegiate tennis tournaments, there's 2 singles and 1 doubles.
Correct. So you do need more than that.
Yeah.
But like realistically, you don't. But if you want to compete with the other
colleges,
12 or colleges, you need more than you. Kind of need more than 2 because you'll get burnt out.
Oh yeah,
playing 2 singles and a double, like over and over.
Right.
So,
so with the affiliate program, going back to that, are they going to get rid of that altogether, or I don't know. I'm not in the room with the decisions. That's above my pay grade. Yeah,
but I think they are fading out of that.
Okay,
I think they want full like student athletes.
Yeah. Let me ask you what you think of this. I think it's important to keep that open for newer programs.
I agree.
So maybe putting an affiliate program out there for the first 2 years, or I don't know how long or like what the average is for a college to recruit 2 or 3 players, but like maybe 3 years. I mean, even 5 years, and then they're done because
I agree.
Their program's established at that point.
There needs to be a limit.
Yeah,
because I mean, you can just ride with you can get like a ringer.
Yeah,
just keep them going as an affiliate with just 1 student. So yeah, I agree. There needs to be like a limit on it.
Yeah,
that you have to have students.
And I played once against who's the Virginia guy? I think that's what
Jacob.
Yeah, I played once with Jacob. He beat me 6-3, 6-3, I think.
Yeah.
But you know, anyway, I played. And one of the things that I found really interesting with college tennis is there's such a vast experience gap
There is.
between the best player and the worst player.
Oh, 100%,
And
especially this year. Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting when you hear collegiate tennis, you think like that person's like amazing and stuff like that. And like there's like some of our guys at UC, they've only been playing for like they went to their first tournament playing 3 months
Yeah.
into tennis.
Mhm.
And so it's interesting. So like I don't think it would be fair for me to play second seed against anybody,
Mhm.
because I would, you know, I'd probably beat most of the second seeds.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's the ringer thing of like having somebody that is a baller at tennis, or even like, you know, close to the Paralympics or in the Paralympics. They could theoretically compete in college sports
Mhm.
and just be done. Now let me ask you this: do you know if you have to be like a local player, or like could UC recruit an affiliate from like California and like have them come? Do you know?
I don't.
Okay, that's
I would
okay.
have. Yeah. No, why are you thinking of ideas? Are you trying to get
No, no,
you trying
no.
to get one of the ringers from California to come down?
No, we were just talking about ringers, and I'm sure there's like some colleges that might want to get that edge
Yeah.
and like bring a ringer in, and then like I don't know, and then the other thing that might be good from like a just an affiliate person playing is, if you have 3 college players, then you can't have affiliates anymore,
I agree.
like something like that.
I think it should be based on like the affiliate should just be that there to help out because
Yes,
this like there's been some teams in the past that the affiliates run the show, and then there's a student athlete that's like my age or like younger,
yeah,
and they are just sitting out watching. Like
yeah.
they should.
That's not right.
No, it's not. That's where that's the only thing with my grievances against affiliates.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
other than that, yes, they should be there to help grow the sport
yeah.
and get because there's really no excuse for tennis to not have like
Right.
a ton of teams.
Right, exactly. I mean, every college should. I mean, we have how many colleges that do tennis?
Yeah.
11 or 12, you
Some
said?
yeah, it switches back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's some like
Yeah, yeah.
a little over 10.
And there's how many colleges in the US?
Exactly.
Like, man, like
Like Ohio State, they
yeah.
have 60 they have so many students.
Right.
There's gotta be one in a chair that can
Right.
hold a tennis racket.
Yeah, and, like, I know some people, there's a kid that's up and coming in Columbus, and, like, wouldn't it be cool if there's a tennis program at OSU? So,
Mhm.
yeah, I definitely so, like, let me ask you, so, and I know this isn't necessarily your forte or your experience, but, like, if someone listening is like, "Man, I want my college in my city to start something,"
Mhm.
what would you tell them of how to do that? If you even know.
So you just need a coach. You can go to your office of accessibility or disability services and
Yeah.
find someone. Um, Funding's the difficult part.
Yeah.
Tennis isn't cheap.
No.
um, and so that's the main problem. But you really just need one person and a coach, and
Yeah.
then you go to the ITA, the Intercollegiate Tennis Association. I think that's
Mhm.
what that stands for.
Yeah.
And then and I think you just register for a tournament, and
Yeah.
I don't really know the background of it, like how you
Right.
get like established, but I think it's
Right. It's so the establishment is pretty easy. You just email the ITA and like you're basically in. So,
okay. Well,
yeah.
then just do that.
Yeah, Jake was telling me about that, and you know, I think the thing is like one of the reasons UC started was because you've got Danny Meyer and Mimi and other
Uh-huh.
people that graduated from UC that are very passionate about the disabled sports, that
Yeah.
knew people within there that were able to get those conversations going
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it's interesting because if you don't have someone passionate, then it's not going to take off, unfortunately.
Exactly.
And then the other thing is like an able-bodied coach can coach wheelchair tennis.
Yeah.
And like yes, there are some other like advanced mobility and stuff like that that a coach would need to learn, but it's not hard to learn that if you know the game of tennis and you're already coaching as an
Yeah.
able-bodied athlete.
I've gotten lessons from Matt Dektis, and he's helped my game
Oh
a
yeah.
lot. So
Yeah.
he knows a lot.
Ma-
He's not in a chair, so
Yeah, Matt Dektis was on the show a little while ago. So yeah. So anyway, let's get into you being a dual athlete,
Okay.
wheelchair basketball and tennis. What kind of time commitment was that? How were your day-to-days set up? How did you manage both?
Yes. So when I was playing both, basketball practice would be at 6 o'clock every morning.
Dang.
Be on the court at 5:45.
Oh,
I'll just take you second semester senior year was probably my busiest year because I was student teaching. So I was full-time teaching at the
Yeah.
time too.
yeah.
So I would go to practice.
Then move
I
the
would cut
mic.
out so much mic problems.
I know. No, it's okay.
It's me.
It's
me.
all right. No.
Yeah.
You're fresh to the mic, so I'm
Yeah.
just helping you out.
Yeah,
so.
thank you. So then usually I would go to class. Second semester senior year, I would go to teach.
Yeah.
Then tennis practice would be right after, around 4:30, 5-ish until like 6:30, 7.
Okay.
And then somehow do homework in between.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of like
So you did basketball, you did
Morning.
teaching,
or classes depending
or
on the
classes.
year. Yeah.
And then you did tennis,
Mhm.
and then you did homework.
Homework, yes.
How many hours a day was basketball, and how many hours a day was tennis?
Basketball practice, if I stayed the whole practice, was from 6 to 8.
Okay.
Give or take like 20 minutes if practice was going well or
Yeah.
not.
Okay.
Tennis, like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, not terrible, but I mean, you have to have a good balance of going to bed early if you're gonna
Yeah.
wake up at 5:15
yeah.
to eat breakfast and drink like coffee or an energy drink or something.
Yeah. Right. And then, did you do like weightlifting training? and
Yes,
stuff like that too?
lifting was that was like that depended on the time. There was multiple groups of people.
Yeah. How many days a week did you do that?
That varied, but 4 and then some conditioning. Yeah, 3 or 4.
How many days a week did you do basketball and tennis?
Basketball was 5 days a week. Tennis was maybe 3.
Okay. Wow. I guess Auburn, I mean, they started off, it sounded like they were primarily basketball, and then the basketball people jumped over to wheelchair tennis
Exactly
to
what
play
happened.
and help out, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's fascinating. I can't imagine being a dual collegiate athlete, getting homework in, getting good grades, and all that. What do you think? I mean, I assume the hardest part was just managing your time.
Yes.
Did you have a life outside of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
There were some fun weekends and some
Yeah.
good fun. But
Okay.
yeah, no, I mean like you don't have as much fun as a normal college student.
Yeah.
Like you're not going out on like Wednesdays or Thursdays or Fridays.
Yeah.
And you're traveling a lot. But yeah, we going to SEC football games, Auburn football games, those were fun.
Yeah.
Basketball games were fun. So I mean like yeah, like it's just different. Honestly, when my life was busy like that, it was more like balanced.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, I love being busy.
I do too.
Like
Yeah.
in my 20s, I hate to say this, but like in my 20s, like my goal was to kind of have fun.
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, let's take on as much as I possibly can, right? And it's sometimes stressful, but it's also like it's one of the best kinds of stress that I've known, you know, just being as busy as I am. So, okay, so you did all that. My next question is, do you know who Steve Welsh is?
Why does that name sound familiar?
So he was a Paralympian in both wheelchair basketball
Yes.
and tennis.
Okay, that's why. Yeah.
When
I don't know him personally, but I do know the name.
When
Yes.
I was growing up, he was in the top 3 in the world in wheelchair tennis.
Yeah.
And he was also a great basketball player too.
Mhm.
Do you think, well, so first of all, if there was a college that was competitive that I know Auburn's competitive in both tennis and wheelchair basketball, but what I mean is like they were both going as fast as they are for basketball and tennis as well.
Mm-hmm.
So going 5 days a week, or maybe even more for some colleges, right?
Yeah.
But do you think somebody today could balance those two if they wanted to do both at the same time in college?
I think so.
And I guess what I mean by that is, like, from a priority standpoint, like Steve Welsh, again, he was in the Paralympics in basketball and tennis.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's possible today?
For basketball and tennis.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I do not.
Yeah, I think because of collegiate sports, the competition is a much more fierce, and
Yes.
it like, because they're training and they have those training programs that you're playing so much, it's not as feasible.
Yeah. So the thing about the difference about those two sports is that basketball, you have all the collegiate sports, and that's established.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of up and coming Paralympians, U23 guys, under 23 Team USA guys, and the men's team, the team you see in the Paralympics every 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of college players that are transitioning into that
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
For tennis, you need to be training a ton for
Yeah.
it to be in the Paralympics.
Yeah.
Like all of those guys that are like, there's like Charlie Cooper. He won. He's won a lot. Tomas. Those guys are practicing a lot more than collegiate tennis.
Yeah.
So the next challenge is to try to get collegiate tennis to foster or to like funnel into the Paralympics.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
That's the main problem right now, is that collegiate
Right.
tennis is just not as competitive,
Right.
not on that level yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Wouldn't that be cool if
that would be awesome.
if that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's yeah. That would be a dream. I want to, at some point. Did you know Coach Frogley? Who took over? The Illinois wheelchair basketball coach. Who was that? Or
Butchie?
who is that now? Butchie, yeah.
Butchie left, but it's a new guy. But yeah, he was
Yeah.
there for a little bit.
So before Butchie was Mike Frogley,
Okay.
and he had this elite wheelchair basketball camp,
Mhm.
and I went to that a few years, and I want to have something like that here in Cincinnati for tennis.
Okay.
Like, I want to be able to invite like international players and
Yeah.
present that value of, like, people want to come to this camp because we have the best players. I think that'd be so cool. Like, right now we do a junior camp, and
Yeah.
it's all experience levels and stuff like that. But I'd love to do like a junior camp that has the elite athletes come, and we're able to pay them, or not even pay them, but like, pay for their hotel and all their expenses to come and
Yeah.
train with the best. So
That'd be cool.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into. Do you have any stories from your basketball years? Like, just to brag on you a little bit. You were there when they got number one. Like, you were a senior, I believe, when they got the Dragons got number one in the nation, right?
No,
Are you graduated?
I graduated the year
Oh,
after.
man.
I was the dead weight. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were not the dead weight. You're a
Definitely.
great basketball
Oh,
player.
wow.
What was the highest you guys got when you were playing?
That's a great question. Maybe fifth.
Fifth. Okay.
There was my senior year could have been a shot, but we were on our way to Wichita
Yeah.
for the championship, and
Yeah.
it, like, everything got shut down. That's when, like, COVID, like that's when like the NBA player was touching all the microphones and messing with that.
Yeah.
And it was March Madness got canceled.
Oh no.
And we were in Columbia, Missouri, at the University of Missouri, eating breakfast in a hotel, my dad and I, and it was like, this is canceled.
Oh no.
So we went home, and I think my sister was getting, like, confirmed, because we're Catholic, and she was getting confirmed in 8th grade. So we were like, we can make it now.
Oh wow.
So yeah, we never got that shot to play. I think we could have finished top 3 that year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think fifth was our best year.
Okay.
And then they won it all the year after I left.
Yeah.
So.
Of course.
Yeah.
You just helped set them up.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. But anyway, so like, do you have any like a game that you remember that that you were in, or just like I don't know, an interesting story from
I
that?
remember. So I mean, I went to St. X for high school. And we played a tournament there. So whatever the like Enter the Dragon or whatever tournament, we played that there my senior year. And all my high school friends were able to come out and got a little crowd down at St. X's campus. So that was really cool. And we actually played my roommate this year, Evan Heller, who played for the Cavaliers up in Cleveland. He played him in the championship. So that was a cool moment.
Okay. What was it like? Tied to?
Oh no.
Dig into that.
We smoked. I think we dropped like 86 on them.
Dang.
Yeah, it was a blowout. But
Okay.
that one. It just playing in front of at St. X. And
Do you have a crazy like falling out of your falling on the ground story or anything like that, or like potentially got?
oh, I fell down all the time.
Sure.
Even in tennis, I would run into the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have one that sticks out though? I do, from when I was a junior. So
No, not really. I have one that really hurt my shoulder, and I've had shoulder problems ever since. But
how did that happen?
I just flipped over and tried to brace myself.
Yeah.
Or like try to catch myself with my hand, and my shoulder just.
Were you like trying to catch the ball? Did you back up?
No, I think I was just getting backpicked or something in basketball.
Okay.
Like, I was just not paying attention, and I just ran right into a guy and flipped over. And
Did you fall backwards or forwards?
forwards.
Okay, so you were like maybe looking at the ball or something like that, and
I fell backwards playing handball. I was goalie.
oh dang!
And I was talking to her. I was like trying to show our coach what I would do if someone tried to float. I was putting my hands up,
Yeah,
and my momentum just took me back. And it was a dead ball, and it like, yeah, a bunch of French people just looking at me laughing. And I was like, I can't get up.
Oh
like,
no!
Yeah, that was embarrassing. But other than that,
the interesting thing, just for people that don't know, you're strapped into your basketball chair.
Yes.
There's a tipper bar in the back, and one of the worst things that you can do is fall back behind you, because you go up and over your back tipper bar and then you just slam on the ground. If you fall forward, you can catch yourself a little bit easier and it's not as big of a fall.
Yes.
And you have your knees in front of you that kind of catch you, versus if you fall backwards, you're landing on your back, possibly your head. So
yeah.
all right. So what about any like buzzer winning shots or like down to the wire plays that you can think of? Or?
I had a buzzer beater. It was like close to a buzzer beater.
Sure.
It was like there was 1 second on the clock. That was my last year playing basketball.
Yeah, that's not a buzzer beater. It's got to be a half a second.
No, yeah. No,
tell us about
that. Was at Auburn. It was an adult team we were playing, because in college you play like adult teams to get warmed up for the season.
Yeah.
And Paul Schulte, he's a Paralympian.
Yep.
You know Paul.
Yep.
He had like 43 points that game.
Dang.
He shot like a one-handed like 3-pointer. Like he was getting double teamed. It was a shot clock violation, potential shot clock violation. He just chucks it up, makes it. I'm like, no, we could lose to this. Like you don't really lose to adult teams a whole lot,
right?
But this team's good, and Paul's a great person, first of all, but he's a great basketball player. So there was like 4 seconds on the clock. We were down by 2, or down by 1, and I was in the game. And on the right side, my roommate at the time, Joe Rafter, was inbounding the ball. And I was on the right side behind the dive, which is like, it kind of sets up the shot. There's like the dive in wheelchair basketball. It kind of pins the 2 defenders against each other, and then you have an open shot.
Yeah.
On the other side, there was Luke Robinson, who has played on U23 and gets men's teams tryouts for Team USA.
Yeah.
And Jake Eastwood, who also does the same. Very good basketball players.
Yeah.
And they knew that they were going to get the ball. Like they knew that they were going to get the last shot.
Yeah.
Well, my roommate decides to pass to me, who was wide open, because no one, like, I'm not a prolific shooter.
Yeah.
I'm known to get rebounds, and that's about it.
Yeah. You're pretty quick too. So
no, I'm not quick at all
compared to the other college kids.
No, I am
slow.
Okay. I am slow. Okay. Yeah, I cannot push a chair that one.
Okay. Yeah. But to be fair, you do sit up higher.
I do sit up.
Takes some
and that
feet
chair,
away.
yeah, and that chair didn't really fit me that well. But I made the shot.
Nice.
And I didn't know what to do.
Were you in the paint, or were you?
No, it was a jumper of sorts. It was like, yeah. I mean, it wasn't like a 3-pointer, but it was It was a good distance. In the
There's an irony about saying a jumper
I know.
in wheelchair
Yeah.
basketball.
I felt weird saying that, but no, it was a good shot. Like my form was good. I knew it was going in when I shot it, which
Yeah.
usually never happens.
Yeah.
there's usually a coin flip with me, but
Okay.
it was a good moment. My parents were there. My whole family was there, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a fun night.
That's interesting because I was never a good shooter either. I could get in the paint really quick, and I was always known for because in wheelchair basketball you can't jump, and so I would just hold my hand up and I'd hold my hand up and wrist flick.
Yep.
And I'd get the ball. And then I'd get my own rebound like 5 or 6 times before I actually made it in. So, I was never a 3-point shooter. I was never a bank shot shooter like from outside the paint. And yeah, I was like, pick and roll. And I was pretty fast compared to I think the average person that we played against. So, but yeah,
that's my only buzzer beater.
That's a good story. Did you ever have any like beef with anybody? You seem like a pretty like non-confrontational person, so
I did. Yeah, no, I'm pretty non-confrontational. Beef. Yeah. I mean, some slight jabs here or there, but I was never like I'm not gonna like jaw in your face.
Yeah.
Tennis. Yeah, I mean not beef,
some
but
rivals.
Like, I mean, tennis is a pretty petty sport.
Yeah,
and I can be pretty petty sometimes. So yeah, there's some moments where
Let me switch gears for a quick second. One of the interesting dynamics that I've noticed from a regular wheelchair tennis tournament versus a collegiate tennis tournament is people in a regular tennis tournament, wheelchair tennis tournament, they're a lot more friendly.
Yeah.
I noticed that it's almost like cliquey or like, I mean, the teams kind of stick together, but at the same time, like you roll past somebody from another team and you're like, hey, how's it going? And they just keep going. They don't even acknowledge your presence. And it's like, whoa.
Yep.
Do you feel like that?
Oh yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I'm probably guilty of that. Like
that's fair.
If I see you, I'm gonna have a nice conversation with it because I know you.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I just like I'm just a loyal guy, I guess. I only like hanging out with my guys. Like
don't collude with the other team.
Yeah. I'm only here to I'm the thing also like I need to like really get in like a dark space to like play well.
Oh.
Like I'm usually like a pretty like optimistic and happy guy.
Yeah.
Like I need to like not like you to play well.
Interesting.
So I don't really have a whole like I'm friendly with like the people that I play against.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, no.
So tell me about that dark place.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you listen to like heavy metal or like
no,
how do you get in that dark place?
I just do. Like it's the only time that I ever like do like and also it doesn't we're getting past that. Like that was when I was like we're getting past that dark place. We're working on healthier ways to to play well.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, but no, I just kind of I listen to some rap. I mean, that's not really a dark place. I don't really listen to rap outside of like sports.
Interesting.
I'm a country guy.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, I listen to rap and I just think bad thoughts, I guess.
Okay. So anyway, let's go back to that clicky.
Yeah. No. Very clicky.
What? Yeah. I mean, I guess like you're a team and you want to stick with your team, but like, I mean, you don't really get that out at a wheelchair basketball tournament, right?
No, you do.
You do?
Yeah, you don't really like fraternize with the other teams there.
Okay. As a junior, I didn't feel like that.
Juniors, yes. Juniors, you have friends on other teams.
But in collegiate wheelchair basketball,
you stick with your team.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I have teammates that have friends on other teams and stuff. I just don't.
Yeah,
I just don't.
You're just like, screw you guys. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. What do you like that dynamic, or do you wish it would change?
I kind of like it.
You do.
I kind of do.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. Let me ask you this. This is kind of a really random.
Making me seem like complete jerk. But yeah,
No, I get I get the atmosphere of like you wanting to stick with your team and like
yeah,
don't fraternize with the other guys because like that could affect your performance when you want to like hit the ball really hard and hit a winner. I don't know. I don't think that would affect me at all because it's like it's a sport. But
hmm
are you an introvert or an extrovert? Would you say?
I've I've thought about that recently.
Yeah,
I think I don't know. Like I see, I'm like in the middle. I think
yeah,
like
yeah.
the people that I
Ambivert.
yeah yeah nice yeah. I th- Growing up I was an introvert,
Okay.
but like I don't know. I like to talk to people.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean I don't know.
Where do you get your energy? Like
Yeah, that's
if
what.
you're in a group of people and you're socializing, like the next day or when you get home, are you just exhausted or
No,
does that give
see,
you
like
energy?
depending on who I'm with.
Yeah,
Like if
sure.
I'm with my close friends, yeah, I'm energized. Like if I like
Sure.
people like that I know, yeah, I'm energized. But like if I'm like I don't know, like when I was teaching, I was pretty tired.
Mm,
Like, but also I'm a teacher, so like I mean,
yeah.
there's introverted teachers. So I
Y-
think I'm an extroverted introvert.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's fair. So you need your alone time, but you also need your
yeah. There's a time and place.
around
Yeah,
other people
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Interesting. So I'm an extreme extrovert.
Yes, yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No question about that.
And so, the reason why I asked you that question is because that clicky dynamic in the collegiate sports
hmm
that doesn't really bother you. I think in part because of that. And you also mentioned that you get your energy around people that you're close to, and of course, you're closer to your teammates than you are with other teams,
Yeah,
right? But for
sure.
me, I see somebody that I don't know, and like in my mind, it's almost like I don't necessarily specifically think this in my mind, but it's like I have the urge to get to know that person
Yeah.
and like be friendly and like just communicate with them and stuff like that. So it's interesting hearing you say that. I personally like I don't know. I just want us to all be friends and like let's have
Good.
fun
That's
while
good.
we're
Yeah.
let's have fun while we're watching matches and stuff like that. Like the coaches when I was there, like the coaches are pretty friendly. Like,
Mhm.
and if I have a question like about the rules in college and stuff like that, which I'm gonna transition into the rules now.
Well, this is
Go
where
ahead.
this is where I'm at with that is that there's gonna be a balance.
Yeah.
Like in able-bodied collegiate tennis, no one like there's no talking with other teams. Like it's like so
Mm,
like I think like there needs like I don't know like there needs to be some like yeah you can do it like but like when you're at the tournament like I feel like you're there to win.
yeah.
Which I that may be the competitor like in me, but like I don't know. Like I feel like that's just like a adaptive sports thing is where everyone's kind of like friendly, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't know. That's where like there needs to be like a balance between like friendliness
Yeah.
and then also wanting to like hit a serve right past you.
Yeah. But I mean like growing up again like I traveled to Europe multiple times with
Mhm,
Danny Fick and Caitlin Verfurth
mhm,
and like we were top 1, 2 and 3 in the US growing up
mhm.
and like my rival was Danny Fick.
Yeah.
Like he's the one guy that like I had trouble beating, you
Mhm.
know? And like we were really close when we were growing up. So it wasn't one of those things where like I mean, but also we did compete and play for the U.S. as a
Mhm.
junior. So like there was a rivalry there, but also a camaraderie
Yeah.
there. So I don't know. I
Yeah.
personally don't agree with you need that
Mhm.
in that
I
environment.
guess it's more of a want for me, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I
I may be the only one like
no,
with that opinion.
I don't think you are because I
'Cause
think the
yeah.
culture would change. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think people like that because like I like again like hey how's it going and then going right by I'm like okay or like when I played that one match I wasn't taking it seriously. I knew that I wasn't at my prime, or
Yeah.
I'm fat now and slow, right? And so like I knew I wasn't gonna. I knew there was a low chance of winning, so I was just like having fun. And there were people that were watching, and I made a comment like when I double faulted or something like that, and they just stared, and I'm like, whoa, okay. But anyway, I think that's interesting. Thanks for that discussion. That
Yeah.
wasn't necessarily planned, but
You're welcome.
I'm very interested. It was very interested in that.
Yeah.
Um, okay, let's get into purpose and stuff like that. So balancing sports, life, and everything else.
Mhm.
I think we talked about that, right? Do you have anything else to add to that, or how you do that? What's best practices, anything like that? No,
I did
okay.
use a planner during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was organized during that time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. Let me ask you this side of it then. One of the things that I've heard a lot of people say is, um, you have to, if you want to be great, you got to give away the good.
Mhm.
And it sounds like you've obviously wanted to pursue basketball and tennis for a time, and for me, I have such FOMO, fear of missing out, right?
Mhm.
When somebody invites me to a friends gathering, and it's like, man, I got a coach tomorrow, or whatever else, like
Mhm.
I can't do it. Talk to me about that. And like, I mean, because college, like everybody tells you, like, oh, college is the best, one of the most fun experiences of your life. And
Mhm.
talk to me about how you manage that like conflict.
It was definitely tough. Like right now, I'm like, I guess growing older, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm my perspective's changed on that.
Sure.
But I mean, first off, I got a lot of my fun out at Dayton, so
Yeah.
that was just water under the bridge there.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's different definitions of fun.
Mhm.
I think when I left Dayton, I was going to take every opportunity that I could,
Mm.
um, with whatever, with whatever I was doing at Auburn,
Yeah.
in sports. There's definitely FOMO sometimes. There's definitely like, dang, I wish I was invited to that, or I wish I could have gone to that, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then you just gotta choose
Right.
your poison. Like,
Yeah.
do you want to like have the regret of not seeing what you could have done with basketball and tennis,
Mhm.
and you could go out and party with your friends and have a good time,
Mhm.
or the opposite of that? So I just chose the opposite. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
it's difficult. It definitely is.
Yeah, and it's definitely a life choice that I think a lot of people don't take, or think that they can do both, and they're
Yeah.
maybe not realistic with that. So, um,
I had the realization after dating. I'm like, well, I can go and do all these things until I'm like 80 until I drop.
yeah,
I don't have these opportunities forever. So
right, right,
there was the hindsight there of, let's take these opportunities while I can,
yeah,
while
yeah,
I'm still in somewhat good shape.
yeah. Um, what when you got into the wheelchair tennis, or the wheelchair sports collegiate level,
Hmm.
what do you think surprised you about it? What surprised you most about it?
The the wide range of abilities.
Yeah,
um
that surprised me too.
that um Looking back, like right away, um I don't I don't know if anything really surprised me. I think I was pretty well prepped for it.
Yeah,
I mean, just how fast it was at first. That's probably what it was.
yeah,
Everything's fat. Like for basketball, at least, everything was faster, and I
yeah,
just could not keep up.
yeah.
So,
Do you see that wide range of abilities as much in wheelchair basketball, or because I
well,
go ahead.
yes, but you can work with it more because you
Right.
can only have a certain amount of points. There's a little bit more strategy to that.
Yeah.
Tennis, it's mano y mano. So
Yeah.
like I could go out there and I have decent ability and play someone that's like a quad,
Yeah.
and like that's just, I guess, I mean, that's just the way that it is. Like,
Right.
call
Yeah.
it fair or unfair, but that's the
Yeah.
way that tennis is. So I mean, yes, you see it, but you can work with it, and
Right.
it's more cohesive.
Right. let's get into that a little bit. So in basketball, there's a point system,
Mhm.
and that's based on your ability level. Jake and I talked all about that. If you guys want to go watch that, and get a little bit more in depth into that, but there's a point system, and that allows for people with lower injury or the higher injury levels that
Mhm.
maybe don't have abs or don't have full use of their hands to be able to get on the court and actually play a part on the court in basketball.
Mhm.
In tennis, well, at the collegiate level, there's one division basically. And then in the USTA, United States Tennis Association level, when you're an adult and you're just playing tournaments, there are different experience levels,
Mhm.
A, B, and C. And
And you have
then,
those in college too.
oh, you
Yeah,
do?
yeah,
Okay, okay.
in the individual, but yeah.
Got
Yes.
yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So then there's also quadriplegics, and that's 3 more limbs impaired.
Mhm.
Um, do you, I would love for there to be something in the wheelchair tennis space that breaks that apart a little bit more.
Mhm.
And I'm curious what your thought is
No, I
with
agree.
that.
Um, I think so there's a wide range. So, I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know who the, like, not the worst, but, like, the lowest player is in the college, but I don't know who that is. But the best player, um,
I was gonna throw
right.
some shade. I was gonna be like you.
Yeah, maybe,
It's not
maybe
you.
now.
It's not you at all.
Uh, but, he's very good. He's goes to the University of Alabama,
Yeah,
unfortunately, but he's very good. He's Italian. He plays on the Italian national team,
yeah,
and, like, it's just, like, and then there's, like, 5 of us that are, like, just, like, fighting to play him
yeah,
in the championship.
yeah,
So there's him, then there's, like, 5 of us.
yep,
I'll include me in that, which I don't know. And
yeah.
then
I would too.
the lower half that plays each other. So, I mean, it's like
Yeah,
there needs to be some sort of, like, breaking a part of that
yeah,
and making it more fair. I mean, also that's just, like, we need to get more advanced players, or
yes,
there needs to be a better system in general for wheelchair tennis
yeah.
in America. But
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. But so here's my challenge.
Mhm.
And so our Cincinnati tournament, it's not a collegiate tournament. We do have a collegiate tournament in
which
September, I believe.
we're gonna sign up for that.
Heck
And,
yeah.
yeah, we'll be
Okay.
there.
Great. But like so we have 35 players, wheelchair players coming,
Yeah.
and there's 3 divisions plus the juniors, and then
Yeah.
I don't think we're doing a quad division because we don't have enough quads.
Okay.
But like breaking that up, if you think 35 players, that's 10 players a division, 11 players a division,
Mhm.
right? And if you break that up into, let's say you're a paraplegic versus a below knee amputee,
Mhm.
like if you break those up, that just makes it so that you're playing a lot of the same players. You're maybe doing more round robins,
Mhm.
and it's not, I don't know, like it makes it more boring almost. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, those divisions are like separating those out based on like the levels with basketball.
Mhm.
That'd be great, but I don't see how we can do that and make the competition still good, make it so that you can play a whole bunch of rounds, stuff like that. What do you think?
Yeah. I I don't think I have an answer. I think that's
Yeah,
just where wheelchair tennis is and adaptive tennis is
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
I think that's just what our lot is. I mean,
Mhm.
I think if you look back like 30 years, 20 years, it'd be like those players are probably like, wow, this is great. So I
Yeah,
mean, like,
of
I
course.
don't know the answer to the future. I don't
Yeah,
know, like, that is a challenge.
yeah,
So I don't
yeah.
I think that's just what we have to do.
Yeah,
Like,
I would almost, and nobody's gonna go for this, but like if I played a quad that
yeah.
didn't have abs,
Okay.
I would almost say they can start 15 love every single game or something like that, or every other game, or I don't know.
Would they want to do that though? Do you think the quad will want that advantage? Like, do you think
That's a good
like
question.
my pride wouldn't take, like, I've too big of a ego, I guess. To say,
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
wouldn't take that. I would
yeah.
want 0-0 or level of.
Well, but why wouldn't your pride
I don't
take?
know. That's just me, I guess.
Why wouldn't you want to be classified as a 5
I think there
or
could be a
4-5 in wheelchair
no. That's
basketball?
true. I don't know, but I think there could be a better. I don't know. What would be a better system that
Yeah,
fits? I don't know. I guess
I don't know. Okay, well,
yeah. I think we need to figure that. This could be all day.
yeah, that's the dilemma. Talk to me about. I think able-bodied people should be able to play wheelchair sports. Prove me wrong. Or agree.
To a point.
Okay.
To a point.
Yeah.
Auburn wheelchair basketball had a few able-bodied players play.
Okay.
To grow the sport.
Yeah.
I think I'm conflicted on it too.
Yeah.
Like I want to say no.
Uh-huh.
But to grow the sport, it's needed.
Yes. That's why I want it.
But there's got to be a point where like down the road where it's no longer allowed.
I still don't agree with that because I think we're always going to have trouble growing in an able-bodied person playing like an able-bodied coach that coaches wheelchair. But I do think that would leave it open to all levels division. So you have a paraplegic division, you have a quad division, and then you have that able-bodied tennis division.
Now, I could agree with that. Where they just play other able, yeah.
No.
Oh no.
No, like you could go to that,
Okay.
and just like a quad doesn't have to just play in the quad division, they can play in the regular paraplegic divisions or whatever, and we could play in that able-bodied division or that all player division, but they couldn't play in that para or quad division.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, here's where I think it gets a little tricky is what about the Paralympics?
No.
I don't think they should be able to play in the Paralympics.
No.
So, yeah. Okay.
I can see that.
Yeah. But
I don't know how I feel about it, but I see the vision. I see the vision. I think I don't know. Cuz like I also have the thing like these able-bodied people like individuals don't know how to push a chair.
Right.
Like if you've been in a chair since birth basically, since 3 years old, 4 years old, you should be able to outmaneuver them.
Yes.
Like that's what like if you ever see like an able-bodied pushing a chair, like it's not good.
Right.
So like that's where I think like you should be able to beat them.
Yeah. I mean, plus like not to throw any shade at Steve Welsh, but I was at a tournament and when he was done with the match, he got up out of his wheelchair, picked his wheelchair up and just put it above his head.
Yeah.
So it's
I mean,
like,
I can, yeah.
You can
I
do
could
that?
probably do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had that balance, but
yeah.
I mean, I think Steve Walsh could probably walk even better than you.
Probably.
Like, I think if you saw him on the street walking, you wouldn't tell he's like any sort of disabled.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, you have people like that, and so it's like, what's the difference between that and an able-bodied person? And it's like, there's not much. No. I don't think
basketball. I think basketball would be a different story because of the height. You can't have someone that's like 6'8" in a chair. Like that's just I don't know.
Well, I mean, they're going to be a 5 then, and you know you can only have one of those on the court, right?
Okay, yeah.
Like I don't know.
That is a numbers thing for basketball. That's
yeah. But anyway,
interesting question.
I like thinking about these things.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, let's get into the rules of wheelchair tennis. So wheelchairs get 2 bounces.
Yep.
At the collegiate level, what's the difference between like USTA tournaments and rules and the collegiate level?
So the sets can be different. For doubles, it's just to 8. It's a pro set to 8.
Yep.
Singles, 2. This is where I kind of want some changes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be opposed to a best of 5, like to play 3 sets instead of just 2.
Whoa.
I like it to be more of a marathon.
Okay.
That's like some people like some quads, they don't have the heat regulation.
Yeah.
Or some So that's where that could be. That's where the red flags could come in with that. But I wouldn't be opposed to playing another set.
Yeah.
But other than that, the rules are the same.
Well, so you also have best 2 out of 3.
Yes.
And usually if you split sets, it's an 8-game pro. I mean, it's a tie break.
Yeah. Yes.
And just extending that third set, I think would be a game changer as well.
Yes.
But like, so I like watching UFC, and what UFC does is they have the preliminary fights. They go 3 rounds, and then when you get to like the big rounds with I think most, if not all, the main cards do this.
Yeah.
If not the people that are competing for like number 1 or 2 spots, they have 5 rounds. And so we could do something like that.
Or
We
like the
could
C
do
division plays best 2 out of 3. And then that's the I agree.
But even if you're playing 2 singles and 1 doubles against teams, the teams that make it to the finals, you extend it. You don't put tie breaks on the third set, or we do best 3 out of 5 sets, something like that. Only when you get to the finals.
I agree.
And that's kind of similar of how like that UFC is structured, right? So, but yeah, you could do that, and then maybe the A division, it's best 3 out of 5 no matter what.
Yep.
Or once you get to the semifinals, it starts best 3 out of 5. I don't know, like
something like that.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be a cool little change. I think one of the other differences, and I hate this, is actually there's 2. Is there's no ad scoring.
That is right. I forgot about that part. Yes.
And I hate that.
I like it.
You do?
Because I can get in some USTA events, I can get in some ad duels where it just goes back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, I think that's the point, though. It's like that mental toughness of finishing out the game.
But there's also mental toughness. You only got 1 shot. You have to lock it.
That's true.
And get the point done. So
I like the other mental toughness better, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, interesting.
But
yeah.
like, with the no ad scoring, you can, for time reasons, you could add an extra set because the ad scoring ads, you could add forever.
That's true.
So,
that's a good call. Would I choose no ad scoring or an extra set? Yeah, I think I would probably choose the extra set if there's no ad scoring. Yeah. Yeah.
Because then you can make some of those mistakes on the game points.
Right.
Set points. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other rule, and I think this is a new rule, is if you let on your serve, it's still in game.
Are you serious?
It's still played.
Are you serious?
I thought so. You don't. That's new to you.
That is new to me.
I maybe I'm completely wrong. I feel like you would know better than me, but at the same time, I thought.
Okay.
I thought there's no lets. I think the collegiate able-bodied group did that, and now it's transferred to wheelchair.
All right.
But again,
that could get interesting.
Don't quote me on that.
Try to hit the top of the net every single time.
Right. But I mean, lets don't happen that often, and so just so everybody knows, a let is when it hits the net and goes in. Generally speaking, those are redos, and you just get another try at that serve. But
if true, that's big. That's a big change.
Yeah, let's Google that after, and we can figure that out. So, let's see. What is the mental shift that you had to make going from team sports to solo?
Everything. I think the competition side stays the same, and the fundamentals of just playing sports in general stays the same. But I think it's completely different. I think you have to have mental toughness to play individual sport.
You do,
and resilience. Like, you're the only one out there. It's all on you. You have to take accountability. Like, in team sports, you can kind of hide in the shadows, and like it's not all on you.
You can be benched.
If
you're having like, if you have a mental breakdown on the court, you can come out.
Exactly. No, if you have a mental breakdown on tennis, it's just you got to figure it out.
Right.
So I mean, there was like an adaptability that needed to be learned. My mindset needed to change, and I'm still working on this. Like, I was a mental midget for a few years of playing tennis. A mental midget. Like, I was a mess.
Okay.
Like, I had no fortitude whatsoever.
Oh.
So that was something that, like, my mental game got a lot better like a year ago.
Yeah.
And it's still I still have things to work on.
What kind of skills did you have to learn to up it?
I just put a lot of pressure on myself to do well,
Okay.
which is good. Pressure's
Yeah.
good. Um,
Yeah.
but it's not the end all be all if you lose a point. Like,
Right.
I think Roger Federer had his commencement address at Dartmouth last year. You can
Yeah.
Google it. He like said that like he like one of the greatest tennis players, could be the greatest tennis player. It's an argument we could have.
Yeah.
And he said that he's only won like 54% of the points
Yeah.
that
I,
he's played.
I saw that. Love
So
that clip.
yeah. So I mean, like that was a like this guy's done all these things. Like 1 point, because like 3 years ago I would have spiraled. I double faulted.
Yeah.
That turns into like a complete dumpster fire.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, I'm confident that I can get this next serve in and get this next point. So
Yeah.
I kind of needed to zoom out. I
Yeah.
was so focused on playing well
Yeah.
that I kind of needed to zoom out and change my perspective a little bit.
Yeah. That's interesting. One of the stats that I thought of when I saw that video that I would love to know, and I don't think this is like tracked or possible, is what percentage of shots he missed, made an unforced error on,
Mhm.
or hit a winner, or you know, they hit a winner on him,
Mhm.
kind of thing.
I think that's got to be tracked. I feel like
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
if you think about like
Definitely.
how many forehands he's hit to how many he's missed,
Mhm.
you know, that percentage is probably like 99% or something
Yeah.
like that. Like,
Crazy.
or even probably even higher, like how many forehands he's actually hit that he didn't make an unforced error on.
Yeah.
And then, you know, comparing to his next in line, the person, like I don't know, somebody, another
Yeah.
professional,
Mhm.
what was their percentage of forehands missed? And is that off by 0.01%? Is that
Yeah.
off by 0.1%? I don't know.
I don't know.
That would be an interesting statistic to bring up.
Yeah.
Um, so let me ask you, do you do any sort of like mental training, like mindfulness or
So
anything like
we
that?
so the handball coach that I was talking about, um, I don't know what his technical title is, but he's basically like a team, like not psychologist, but
Yeah.
he helps with like different mindful exercises. Like we've had different opportunities at Auburn. Like there was one app where you could type in like your current situation or like a problem you were having,
Yeah.
and it would AI generate like a meditation or
Oh,
mindfulness.
that's
I
so
forget what
cool.
the app's called,
Okay.
but it's cool.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and other opportunities like that. We've learned box breathing.
Oh, yeah.
Implementing these things are different than learning about them.
Oh, yeah.
I need to definitely be better about it,
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's helped us out a lot. Like the staff at Auburn's been great
Yeah.
about helping all aspects.
I went to the Olympic Training Center when I was a kid,
Uh huh.
and there was a sports psychologist that told us to just take deep breathing,
Hmm.
and then he had us just relax every single muscle. Just went through like, okay, relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, relax your
Hmm.
you know, and going all the way down your body. And then he says, now that you're in this relaxed state, imagine yourself at the top of a mountain looking
Hmm.
out and just being powerful in that moment. Another one that he did was imagine yourself playing against an opponent. If you don't know who that opponent is, make the opponent that you're playing with just a random a random person, like maybe even a shadow,
Hmm.
and you're playing your best game ever, and you're hitting those forehands and those backhands and those serves, and you're doing you're thinking about the motions and the body mechanics that you're doing to go through all that. And he said do that the night before.
Hmm.
And man, like doing that the night before and then getting up, it's like like in playing a match, it's like I'm a different person. It's crazy
Hmm.
that how like your mental game helps you out so much. The prep before but
Hmm.
before the match even.
Yeah, and then during the match, you have to have the mental like fortitude to make adjustments because you can have a game
Yeah,
plan like you're gonna hit to the guy's backhand, you can hit to forehand, you can serve up the middle, left,
yeah,
right, all those things. But like he like it maybe just be completely different. Like that plan may go out the window.
yeah,
one thing that I started doing was looking at the ball, like with like in between points, I would look at like the number on the ball and be like, okay, that's a 3. Like I would like bring myself out of the game a little bit and slow down
Oh, I love
because
that.
I like to speed up and play,
Yeah.
and that's when usually it snowballs and I start playing awful.
Yeah.
So slowing down, looking at the ball, checking strings,
Oh,
are all things that our coach told me to do.
that's great.
Go to the fence a lot,
Yeah.
hit the ball, check out the ball,
Yeah.
just kind of slow down
Right.
and like change momentum.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
that's helped out a lot.
Yeah. For me, it's like before the serve, like bouncing. I always bounce the ball 5 times,
Hmm.
and as I'm bouncing the ball, I'm thinking about the motion that I want. I'm thinking about where I want to place it on my serve, how I want the spin to be, the motion of like the whole serve in general.
Hmm.
Um, and for me, focusing on the mechanics helps quell my nerves, so I don't think about, okay, this is my second serve, I've got to get this in or else. And that's not helpful thinking about that,
Hmm.
right? Like it's helpful thinking about the mechanics. Like, yeah, be mindful that it's your second serve and hit a second serve, not a first serve, right?
Hmm.
But at the same time, it's not helpful to just think about the point
It's
and
not
all that
not at
stuff.
all. Yeah.
Yeah. I was always known, and my mom always talks about this, of being down like 5-1 in the set
Hmm.
and then coming back.
I always have a problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do you do too?
I
Huh?
do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's like raw feeling it all. Like he always is just like a fighter. But like, yeah, I'd rather just go out 5-1 and just, you know, step on
Yeah.
their throats. But I always like to
Right.
make things interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too. And it's something that clicks in me or something like that. It's like, I don't know. It's like, oh no, I have
Mhm.
to perform now.
Yeah.
And then I come back and I win. So I don't know. It was weird. Um,
That's also why I would like a third set because I always start off slow.
yeah.
So
Okay.
that's me. But
Do you warm up before every
yeah.
single match?
Yes.
Most.
When I'm able to.
Yeah.
It was some like tournaments. You don't like the timing.
You don't have.
It doesn't
Yeah.
work out.
That's
But yeah,
fair.
I like to. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I always warmed up 20 minutes, 30
Yeah.
minutes. But before a match.
Yeah,
So
I mean, if I get like 3 serves in warm up, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, I can't overcomplicate it.
Yeah. How does it feel to represent adaptive athletics? Like, so you've been, gosh, I don't even remember the awards that you've gotten, but like, I think MVP of some sort, or like athlete of the year, maybe.
When
I don't know. Didn't you get like I've seen it on CTF's website. I
I
thought.
played in the national championship 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and I got second.
Yeah.
And then I was an All American, but
That's it. Yeah.
that was just the top 4 players in the
Sure.
country.
He said
Like it was the yeah. So
he said just
like
like
it
big
wasn't
top 4
it
isn't a
wasn't
big deal.
it wasn't that like in depth of a thing. They just took the top 4 and were like, okay, you guys are
Yeah.
All Americans, I guess.
I mean, that's freaking awesome though.
It's cool.
Like
Yeah.
that's a great experience. And um yeah, I mean, I guess like a kid looking at this
Mhm.
that's like, man, I want to follow in Gabe Puthoff's steps. What do you tell him?
Go for it.
Yeah,
That
okay.
most of there's a lot of kids that are in the Cincinnati adaptive sports that are gonna be 10 times better than me. So, I mean, there's no real secret sauce. I don't think I'm all that. So,
Yeah.
there's definitely gonna be kids watching this that are I hope they're more accomplished than I am.
Yeah.
It's not gonna take that much, but
Yeah, I think like this is every father's dream as well, like or every coach's dream is to be better than, like, train a kid to be better than
yeah.
who they were.
No,
So,
definitely. If in 30 years the collegiate tennis area is a lot better than mine, perfect.
mhm. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna break up the serious talk, and we're gonna get into one of my favorite segments called Wheelie Bad Jokes. Pun is intended. And so here's what's gonna happen. I'm going to tell you a corny joke.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta rate it.
Oh, oh boy.
Scale of 1 to 10.
1 being the worst, 10 being the best.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
No,
if you have a corny joke,
I don't have any corny jokes.
you can tell it as well.
Okay.
But Okay, so the one that I found today, and I always want to shout out. There's a guy named Logan Lyle on Instagram. He all he does is does like corny jokes like this,
Okay.
and he's got over 1 million followers and stuff like that. So like whenever I need one, I just like scroll through his Instagram, and he's had people like comment like, "Oh, I've heard this joke before," and he's commented like, "Yeah." As if nobody's retold a joke before, you idiot. Or he doesn't say you idiot or anything like that, but he's just like, so anyway, I did get this from his Instagram page. Go follow him. He's awesome if you love dad jokes. Which gym did Jesus go to? CrossFit. he Gabe absolutely hates this joke.
That's pretty good.
Oh, you like it?
Oh, it is good.
You
Yeah.
didn't even laugh.
Yeah. Well, I'd give it like a 7.3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's my best rating that I've gotten so far from a dad joke. I've
The
only
others must have been awful.
I've only done this segment like 1 or 2 other times, but I
Yeah. 7.3.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
That was pretty good.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any joke that came to mind while we were doing
No, I
this?
don't think I do, and I don't think I could beat a 7.3. So
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting you to say like 3 or 4 based on your reaction.
I respect it. That was good.
Okay,
That was
okay.
good. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well, let's get into your future vision and impact and all that. So, after college,
Yes.
we kind of talked about like you getting to be you wanting to do teaching, and it sounds like you want to be a coach as well.
Yes.
And would you want to be a coach in any sport, or does it have to be like basketball or tennis?
I would rather it be basketball or tennis.
Okay.
I mean,
And if you had to choose, since you're playing tennis now, would you want it to be tennis?
I would continue tennis. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but like, if someone was like, "Hey, we've got 2, basketball or wheelchair, take your pick," you would choose tennis?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you think it's possible to do both?
Coach both?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like at the same time?
It'd be difficult. I don't know if I would want to do that.
Yeah.
Because then your focus would be split 50-50.
Yeah.
And if I'm teaching, then
Yeah.
even lower. So
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna like see the opportunities that start seeing teaching jobs go up in
Yeah.
few months and start applying back here, maybe back in Alabama somewhere, Columbus, Cleveland.
Okay.
Those are really my only 2 places that I want to go. Is
Okay.
either stay where I'm at or go back home.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm just gonna see what opportunities are there.
Yeah.
I mean, I have some experience playing golf. I played golf my senior year at St. X, so not very good. So I could coach that, but
Okay.
yeah, I think tennis would be my sweet spot. I think.
Would you ever take an opportunity to coach able-bodied tennis?
I would need to work on my tennis coaching.
Sure.
And the game, I would need to learn a lot more.
Sure. Yeah. It's fair.
But I wouldn't close that door. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would need to level up myself
Right.
a lot before I would do that. But yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think that would be the same for me. I don't know the foot skills a whole lot.
The agility, foot skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the game's kind of the same.
Yeah.
In a way, like.
Yeah, you can still teach strokes. You can teach strategy. You can teach mental game. All that is the same. It's just, and then I'm a very like visual person.
Yeah.
And so I like to show people how to like maneuver in a chair and stuff like that. And as a coach, I think that would be difficult. Although, going back to Coach Frogley, he always had one of his players demonstrate what it was, or what it looked like, instead of him actually doing it. So, I think that's a possibility as well. So you said stay in Auburn, come to Cincinnati. You might consider other places in Ohio as well.
Maybe. I like Cincinnati.
Yeah.
There's plenty of schools.
And your family's here.
And my family's here. I have friends that are around here. Like a good sports town, Bengals, Reds. Like there's it's I have no problems. Like
how is Auburn? How does Auburn compare to the wheelchair sports space compared to here? Like, and I'm talking like the Bridge, Cincinnati Tennis
Oh,
Foundation,
the closest,
Dragons.
I mean, the closest things that Auburn's a college town.
Yeah.
That's all that it is.
Okay.
So I mean, just besides wheelchair tennis, but there's wheelchair tennis, wheelchair basketball, and power soccer. We have a power soccer team
Okay, cool.
that actually just won the national championship.
Wow.
A couple months ago.
Okay.
So those are the three. The closest thing to like the Bridge is Blaze Sports in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's the closest. Actually, I take that back. Lakeshore is Birmingham.
Okay.
That's like an hour and a half, 2 hours away.
Yeah.
So those are the two closest ones
Right.
that I would compare it to the Bridge. But that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I am so fortunate that we have such a big program.
It's grown a ton since when I started playing.
Yeah.
In 2015, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome. We have sled hockey, like a sled hockey team. We have wheelchair basketball. We have tennis, collegiate sports now. And then the Bridge. The Bridge is awesome because they connect people to those different organizations, and they do their own stuff like water skiing and snow skiing and mountain biking and all that. So
it's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So,
okay, so if nothing held you back, what would you want to build? Like, finances doesn't matter, time doesn't matter, or even change within this space, the adaptive sports space.
Selfishly, I would want to build Auburn a wheelchair basketball arena.
Ooh, I love
like
that.
a new one.
Yeah.
Alabama's got one that's really nice. They're kind of like the shining star that we're all trying to replicate, even though that we're rivals. I hate saying that, but they have a really great, they have a great arena just for wheelchair basketball. Because right now we're playing at the Coliseum, which is where Charles Barkley played, which is cool. It's cool, but it's old. So, building one would be cool.
Okay. It's probably not fully it's probably accessible, but not like good.
Yeah, no, it's accessible, but it's just old.
Yeah, like Lakeshore has every single bathroom.
Lakeshore's crazy.
Accessible. Yeah. So let's
or building like a Lakeshore Foundation here, like a bigger one. Like a main building.
Yeah.
For everything.
And then there's like Turnstone.
Yep, and Fort Wayne, Indianapolis. Yeah.
If someone listening to this were to build a complex that's fully accessible to all different disabilities, including wheelchair, what do you think are the primary differences between facilities that really make it like not just ADA accessible, but accessible for all?
See, that's a good question. But also, like being a walker, and I've never really thought about that a whole lot.
Yeah,
besides like my friends that are in chairs, and that's what made me started. Like when I started to like hang around people in wheelchairs.
Yeah,
that's when made me think about it. So I've been kind of, I'm able to go through any door basically.
Right.
So I mean,
but so here's an example.
Yeah.
Turnstone. Every single one of their bathrooms is fully wheelchair accessible.
That's important.
Yeah.
Stalls and
and then like, I know some places have like lines on their floors for like blind and visually impaired and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then like there's obviously like Braille and everywhere, and then I don't know. I think fully accessible to me looks like in order to get through any door, I don't have to take off a wheel.
That's important
to get through. Like, so basketball wheelchairs have camber on them and they're slanted.
Yeah.
And so they're a lot wider, and that's why you don't see them be used in every day, because you can't get through doors and stuff like that. So something where without opening, with something where I can get through with my basketball wheelchair and I don't have to take a wheel off.
Yeah.
That to me would extend the accessibility aspect as well. So
I'm going to answer with a non-answer.
Yeah, please.
I think if someone were watching, they should just go and poll people in wheelchairs, people with leg braces, blind individuals, deaf individuals, CP, any disability you can think of.
That's a great idea.
And just ask them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, my needs are different than your needs.
Yeah.
Different than like Kerwin's needs.
Pull that closer to you a little bit.
So
Thank you.
I mean, you just just poll them, ask people.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way.
Yeah.
Just communicate with them.
Yeah, but okay, that's great. I do believe in polling.
Yeah.
And I think that's necessary.
Mhm.
But I also think there's people like Turnstone that has done it, and you could just ask them how.
Exactly.
Now, would I I don't have an eye for blind and visually impaired or other disabilities.
Yeah.
That's funny. I'm so sorry I made that reference. I don't have an eye for blind and visually impaired.
Trying to keep it together. I was trying to keep it together.
What a horrible use of words.
I was trying not to. I was trying not to crack a smile.
No, please. Like we can joke around on it. Like
Yeah.
that's horrible. I can't believe I said that. That was not even intended. But yeah. Anyway, so I don't have an I don't have. I wanted to say line of sight. I don't know what I use.
You got to stick with it at this point.
I'm going to
own it.
I don't know. I don't walk into a building and think like, oh, the blind and visually impaired community could really benefit on this. I'm very conscious of, oh, the wheelchair community needs this. And I think one of the examples that I have is when you go into a quote unquote accessible bathroom at a restaurant or store or something like that, and the door opens into the bathroom.
Dude, that's a problem that I didn't know until recently.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you go in your wheelchair and there's not enough room for you to close the door. Now, if the door was shut and all that, you would have plenty of space in that bathroom to move around. But because the door can't shut, it's like, well, this isn't really accessible. Is it ADA? Yeah, I think it still is technically ADA, but like we need to do better at making it like not just ADA, better than ADA, and catering to all disabilities and stuff like that. And you know, Elliot, who you know, he's on here and he's helped me a little bit with the podcast and stuff like that. And instead of using a mouse, because he doesn't have much function of his hands, he brings a trackpad with him. And so like things like that are things that people just don't think of on a regular basis on how to make it as everything as adaptable as possible. So, anything else on that before we move on?
No, I don't think I'm very qualified. I think I am qualified, but I think there's other people that would bring better insight into that than I would. So I would just ask them.
Yeah. That's fair. Vision for growing adaptive sports. We kind of touched on that a little bit, but like what would your ideal vision be for I guess colleges in general, adaptive sports in general? Like where do you think we need to improve the most?
I think equity, like doing more things with the able-bodied men's and women's collegiate teams.
Yeah.
Being invited to those, even if it's there was talks about this, about joining the NCAA in some way, either D3 going like NAIA, like starting off small into that with all collegiate wheelchair teams, not going straight to D1 or D2. With NIL, it's a whole other situation that you kind of want to stay away from now. But getting more like accessibility with that, opening more doors for us, that would probably be, I don't know how that would occur. I think getting more kids the chance to play. Basketball does a good job of that.
Yeah. Well, so real quick, I think one of the most important things that we can do in the disabled sports community that you kind of touched on is getting rid of that stigma.
Yeah.
Of wheelchair sports is, oh, look at them play wheelchair sports.
I had a stigma for a while. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm disabled, so.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I think that's almost number one. Yes. Right.
Yes.
Like getting rid of that stigma, having even those able-bodied college teams jump in wheelchairs and seeing what it's like and how hard it is, and like you had, I think it was Federer jumped in a wheelchair and started to
Djokovic.
play.
Yeah, Djokovic did that,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay. And that was so awesome to see. Like
Yeah.
he absolutely stunk from a like just pushing the chair perspective. Of course,
Yeah.
like you don't expect somebody like to jump in a wheelchair and be an expert, but at the same time, it gives people a reality check of like, oh, this guy who's the best in the world is actually struggling, and there's more to it than
Yes.
like these guys make it look easy that are in the Paralympics and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So
Exposure's the
yeah,
biggest thing, I would think.
yeah.
And it's
Interesting.
like, there's no changes that are like changes aren't gonna happen right away, so it's just
Yeah,
small increments, basically, I would
yeah.
I think.
Um, yeah, and that exposure is important. Um, but if someone doesn't know somebody in a wheelchair,
Mm.
that exposure is kind of hard.
It is.
And let me ask you. We'll get into that later. So I won't ask you that. Um, yeah. So did you have any other visions or for growing?
Keep exposing it.
Yeah. I love that they aired it on the
Yeah.
Paralympics on Peacock. Like I think
Yes.
that was so cool.
Yeah, no, that was awesome. I don't think I have a magic fix for any of this. I think
Yeah.
just keep exposing it and keep, trying to grow the sport.
Yeah.
Um,
Here's another boundary that we've come across, and you've also mentioned this already. If if you're growing up playing wheelchair tennis like I
mhm,
did,
yeah.
the closest tournament to me was probably Michigan. I don't even remember going to a Michigan tournament, but like
Mhm.
the big ones were in Florida, Boca Raton, Boca Raton, Florida, or Louisiana, or California, and like you had to travel.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, yes, at the elite junior level, you have to travel as well. But there's a lot of other tournaments. Like as you're growing and like
Mhm.
you're competing in states, and that's only in Ohio, right? And then you might compete in a broader range, and then nationals, and obviously nationals you have to travel. But
Mhm.
um,
That is a problem,
yeah,
travel. I
yeah,
and I think that comes with exposure and growing it. I think as more people have tournaments and pop up, I mean, like St. Louis has a tournament now.
yeah,
Um, and as these different colleges start to grow, they'll start to have tournaments.
yeah,
So, I mean, it's gonna happen eventually, I think,
yeah,
but it's gonna happen one at a time. It's not
yeah.
gonna be like a crazy thing where all these tournaments are gonna start popping up.
Right,
And I think it's probably better than when you were starting off playing when you were a
definitely.
kid.
Yeah,
So we can only hope
it gets
40
even
years
better.
from yeah,
Yeah.
that it gets even better. So
Yeah, yeah, and so that travel's a big thing. A wheelchair basketball or tennis chairs, four to five
expensive.
thousand
Yeah,
dollars.
exactly.
So it's not just buying a racket and clothes and going and finding a court, and then like you run into challenges where there's some facilities in Cincinnati that are not accessible for wheelchairs,
Yeah.
and so like we're limited on where we can play. And then Withrow University High School, where we play at, is great, but it takes a lot of money to make
Does.
it fully accessible.
Yeah.
And so I think that's one of the other barriers. Is I'd love for like colleges or even organizations to pick up on that.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. So what do you do outside of athletics? What are some hobbies or interests or
I like to golf.
yeah?
So, I like to golf. My friends back home golf.
Cool.
I don't golf as much in the season, but we have some nice golf courses in Auburn that I've golfed at for pretty cheap, which is nice. Um, Golf, I read sometimes. I need to get better at it. I need to get into it more.
Okay.
I slack a lot in that area. Watch Netflix, TV shows,
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, golf or I'm pickleball. I like pickleball.
Yeah,
So
okay. So,
more sports, I guess. I don't know.
yeah, there you
Yeah,
go. I like it.
more sports and just hanging out.
I begrudgingly like pickleball,
I thought it was stupid at first. I'm not gonna lie.
but the thing that I wish would change in pickleball is the ball hitting the paddle. it's the worst sound ever to me
It is annoying.
because there's nothing more beautiful than hitting like a powerful forehand
It is nice.
and hearing that pop. Like
Yeah.
it just sounds so good. So, anyway, do you have any hidden hobbies or surprising interests that people that I wouldn't know, I guess, or anybody else?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm kind of boring now that
Okay.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
I need to find one, I guess.
Yeah. Like
Like,
knitting or no,
yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, my sister crochets and she tried to teach me how to crochet, but my hands just don't work like that. So-
Yeah.
But no, no,
I
that's unfortunate. No.
my hidden hobby is a podcaster.
Well, that's not hidden anymore, I guess.
No, it's not. I'm just kidding. But yeah. Anyway, okay. So um, let's get into a rapid fire.
Okay.
And this is the one that I was like the last one. Matt Dectus answered as well, and I'm curious what your response is going to be, and that might be a small conversation. So, so rapid fire is gut reaction, first thing that comes to mind, kind of thing, and then I'm going to ask you either just like a this or that question or just a random question, and you can answer it in one word typically, or maybe a sentence or two.
Okay.
And then go from there. So you ready?
Yeah.
You sure?
I sure hope so.
We're building up the tension.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. It's nothing crazy. Okay, so favorite tournament snack.
Nerd clusters.
Oh,
Gummy
I did
clusters.
not expect you to say that. Mine's banana. I'm boring, I guess.
Or I'm just yeah. Okay.
Worst tennis habit you've had to break.
Cussing underneath my breath.
Oh,
Yeah, I say some really mean things about myself,
oh, about yourself.
Yes.
No,
or about the
interesting.
opponent, or
Yeah.
whatever's making me mad that day.
Mine is I'll pick up my shoulders,
Yeah,
and it's like I gotta relax my shoulders, man.
yeah.
I kind of
I stopped cussing when at the at the USDA campus they have the cameras for the and I didn't realize there was microphones. And I think I said so. No one called me out on it, but I said some things where I would not be happy about.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What tournament was this?
It was at Nationals.
National. Okay.
Down in Orlando, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Name one unique pre-match prep that you like to do before a match,
Mhm.
or one doesn't have to be unique even.
This is gonna make me sound like a nerd, a history nerd, but I listened to one of Winston Churchill's speeches.
Oh,
Yeah,
which one?
We shall fight on the beaches.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. I've not. Well, I'm sure if I read it,
There's
I'd be
probably
like,
a
oh,
more
yeah.
famous title for it. That's what's on Spotify. It's "We Shall Fight on
Yeah.
the Beaches" by Winston Churchill.
I
It's like
like
2
that.
minutes. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know why, but that gets me going.
Interesting. Okay. I'll have to listen.
That's what I do.
Afterwards. That is unique.
It's a superstition, I guess.
Can you just give like a synopsis real quick of what it's about?
I believe it was a turning point in the World War II.
Yeah.
And he was based. I think it starts off, "We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall never surrender." And then it keeps going on, and it's kind of like a pump up speech to like it was over the radio at the time.
Yeah.
Winston Churchill's in the radio, and he was kind of like a war guy. Like he used to go up on a roof in London and watch all the bombshells come down.
Yeah.
And it was kind of just like it gets me hyped.
Yeah. Do you know who did the Man in the Arena?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's essentially like
similar to
that,
that?
or like
Okay.
In my head, it's similar like that.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Same
Cool.
vibes.
These are supposed to be rapid fire, Gabe. No, this is my fault. I was just kidding. Anywhere could be sports, could not be.
Mhm.
What's something that instantly gets on your nerves?
When the opponent tosses the ball up in the air and catches it multiple times.
Oh yeah.
There needs to be a limit.
That's okay.
Hit the ball.
That's
I would like to hit it back to you.
That doesn't really get on my nerves. I think what I do is I just turn around and like I reset and then I turn back around. Like I'm not gonna let them just throw the ball up like 5 or 6 times while I'm like approaching the to return it. So yeah, that's fair. I feel like the higher ranked players that you're playing against don't really do that very much though. It's
Sometimes
the low. You think so?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair though.
Makes me really mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's fair. Would you rather win a grand slam or coach someone who does?
Win a Grand Slam.
Who's someone famous or not who inspires you? It's a tough one, I know.
My grandma.
Okay.
No.
You said no?
My grandma. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. You said yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
What inspires you just real quick?
I don't know. She always just has a positive attitude, and
Oh,
she's always
good.
she's always going. Like
Okay.
we went kayaking up in Cleveland. She lives up in Cleveland, and she's 81, and she's carrying around like 35-pound kayaks and
Oh, wow.
asking if I'm okay. I'm like, yeah, you're 81. Like
Yeah.
kayaked on Lake Erie for 2 hours. I'm like, I can't call it quit. Like she needs to be the one that like says I'm tired.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's just always active, which is good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
One thing you're super competitive about off court.
Everything.
Everything?
Putt.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very golf, putt,
Yeah.
ping pong,
Yeah.
really anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like to lose very much. I lose, but I don't like to lose.
Yeah. Forehand or backhand?
So I learned how to do the inverted backhand this year. That's one thing.
Nice.
And when I hit one that's good, that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
But I would say serve.
Explain for someone that doesn't know what an inverted backhand is. Explain that real quick.
So able-bodied, you do the two-handed backhand. I mean, if you're Federer, you can do the one-handed fancy backhand.
Yeah.
But you basically you show your palm basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just basically turn your racket and flip it.
Yep.
And that creates the topspin on the backhand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's how you, okay.
Yeah. That's how I would say it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a windshield. And that's when I hit one that like, I'm like, oh, wow. Like it surprised me a little bit. Forehand I can do, but
yeah. That's interesting.
I would say backhand when it goes over.
One thing, and you might not know this, but one huge difference between tennis when I was growing up and tennis now is everybody hit a backhand slice when I was growing up.
Really?
There's a wicked slice that I learned that just goes like a couple inches off the ground when it bounces. It just shoots real low, and it kind of like skips across the tennis court. David Hall, shout out to him. He was number one in the world, and he did that. Like everybody was like just blown away.
See, that's how I learned is a slice.
Yeah,
I played a slice up until last year, and I'm like, all these guys are doing topspin.
Yeah,
but now I have to learn. I got to change that and adapt to that. So
yeah, but at the same time,
I like the slice when the slice is nice when it goes.
The slice is nice, and there's a lot of players that aren't used to that, and you don't see that kind of slice playing against an able-bodied person.
No,
so I've found that when I'm playing people like that slice that like goes super fast and skips, like people don't know how to respond to that. So it's a really good one to just have in the arsenal because everybody hits topspin now.
Yeah.
And everybody's used to that. So,
no, I still keep it around. But
yeah. I mean, it's definitely good to have both. You need there's utility for both.
Yeah.
Okay. Most underrated tennis skill.
Ooh. For me?
Yeah.
Or okay.
Dealer's choice. How you want to answer this?
Oh. My best skill is probably my serve, but that's not my underrated. I would say my placement on my forehands. I can place it pretty well.
Okay.
Down the line, short.
Yeah.
I've gotten better at that.
Yeah.
When I'm on, that's probably the most underrated for me.
Yeah. Matt decked this. This is the one that I asked him.
Okay.
Without thinking at all, he says, "Your mind."
That's what I thought.
Yeah, why did you say it?
That's what I thought. Well, I was trying to personalize it. I was being a little like self-centered.
Okay.
No, definitely your mind.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree with him.
And when I had this, and I was looking at it. That didn't even cross my mind, but it's so true. Like
Yeah.
your mind is so important to train and
No, I would
to
agree.
develop.
My mind's
So,
not there yet, but yeah.
yeah. No worries. Okay, let's get into disability. Like I know we've been talking about disability this entire time, but there's some nuances with disability that I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
So we'll get into a disability segment and then we'll wrap up. Can you take a guess with how long we've been going so far?
Hour and a half.
2 hours and 8 minutes.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll do this disability segment and then kind of wrap up. So you told us about your disability so
Yeah.
far. Um, I wrote a question in here that just doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay. So you kind of answered that already. So I'm gonna get into SSDI, which is Social Security Disability Income.
Okay. Oh yeah.
So my experience with it was I turned 18 and they're like, "Hey, do you want $500 a month or whatever the amount was?"
Yep.
And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." What college kid isn't going to turn down $500 a month or however much it was, you
Yes.
know?
Mhm.
And so I started collecting Social Security disability.
Mhm.
And I was working in a retail branch, a retail store. When I was in college and I was working part-time and I was like, I was good enough that they approached me for a full-time position.
Okay.
And I was very hesitant to take it because overall I would make less money.
Yes.
I'd lose my Social Security disability income. And as a full-time employee at this retail store, I would take a pay cut.
Mhm.
So it's like, why would I take a pay cut
Yeah.
to work more? However, there are, dude, like a little while ago, I was looking at a forum on Facebook or something like that, a group, and like one of the topics was like how to work the most without getting your Social Security disability income decreased.
Mhm.
And so I went to my mom, and I love my parents. They're fantastic. And I told him, I was like, "Hey, I might not. I'm thinking I'm not going to take this because it doesn't make sense. I'm going to take a pay cut." And they're like, "Zach, we're going to cut off everything from you if you do this. We're going to cut off. I don't know. I think they were paying my car insurance at the time and stuff like that. And obviously, after they were cutting out all these things from me, it made more sense to take the full time job and lose my Social Security disability income.
Mhm.
But so I think there's a value in Social Security disability income for some,
Mhm.
but I also think it's such a detriment for a lot of people.
Mhm.
It traps them into this loop of not wanting to pursue their own careers further because their Social Security disability income is going to be taken away.
Mhm. Yes.
Can you talk about that? Like,
So
what are your thoughts?
I
What's your
was
take?
I was never on it. I was never on it. I never got
Sure,
any of it.
but I'm
When
sure
I
you've
was
seen people.
Yes, when I was 16, my parents were like, "You're gonna get a job." So I worked at a Thai restaurant for like a month, then worked at Kroger as a bag boy for a little bit, and a bunch of other jobs.
Yeah.
So I've worked, and I never got Social Security or disability. And I didn't know about it until I got to Auburn, basically, and I had some teammates on it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, you guys are getting so much money," and I'm like over here
Right.
working, and I'm like,
Right.
"That." I I don't know much about it. Like I was never on it.
Mm.
But there definitely is an issue with some people that they don't want to quit getting all this like essentially not free money, but
Yeah.
because there's no free money, but
Right.
money that you don't really have to work for versus working and getting a job and doing all the things. So yeah,
There's no
I don't know.
incentive. There's no
There
incentive to
isn't.
get off.
No, and I think that kind of can make people complacent.
Yeah.
I mean, like working and having a job. I like it. Like it gives you like a sense of purpose and
Yeah.
like you make your own money. That's like a dopamine hit to make your own money and like
Yeah.
work hard. So I mean, that's my perspective, but like some people aren't able to do some of the jobs that I've done.
Right.
So
but also giving back to society,
Exactly.
in like a job. Like, and the other thing is like the difference of what I was making then as a part timer and considering not taking that full time job.
Yeah.
Like like this isn't to brag, but I'm making so much more money than that college
Yeah.
kid, you know. And again, like it's almost like I want to shake some people and be like, you have no idea what your potential could be.
Mhm.
Like, just get rid of it. And I
Yeah.
know that's so hard to do. And I'd love for it to change, but I also want, I also want to instill like, you're better than this
No, it
almost.
does. Yeah, I agree. I mean,
It,
in college, you're only thinking about like a few things. Like you're
yeah.
not thinking about you go to college to better yourself, but you're like not really thinking about ways you like down the road how this can impact you
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah. You're right.
And
It,
so that makes people like, oh, here's $500 for all my fun activities I'm going to do this weekend.
yes.
I don't have to work. That
Yeah.
gives me more time to do fun things. So I
Right.
mean, but like you need the balance. You need some time to be like, you need some growth. Like
Yeah.
you can't all have all fun. It's not all on a beach sipping a fun drink all the time. You got to have
Right.
some hard
Right.
times.
And I do just want to throw out, like, I think this conversation isn't for everybody that's disabled, right? I think like some people need it. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I would love to see more incentive of like you still get paid it for another 6 months, even if you make above the income gap. That
Yeah.
way, or something along those lines. And then the other thing that I'd like to see is like the there's there's a stigma. One of the things with wheelchair sports that I've loved
Mhm.
is showing people that they can do something that they can't do,
Yeah.
that they didn't know they could do, rather.
Mhm.
And I, I think there's a lot of people that maybe are on social security disability that think that, oh, I could never, I could never.
Well, you gain confidence by
Yeah.
doing things that are hard.
Yeah.
And if you're just sitting on your couch collecting money from the government and not like contributing
Yeah.
to your life or another person's life, then like you're not really doing much. Like
Yeah.
what's the purpose of that?
Right.
And it's not fun.
Yeah.
Like after a while it gets boring. Like you go out with your friends, you're like like you all your friends have jobs and stuff or do
Right.
stuff and you're just
Right.
not doing much. So
No, I do know there's people that are on it that work with nonprofits and
Mhm.
stuff like that and volunteer their time. So I'm not saying it's not
No,
impossible, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of people that aren't living up to their potential by being on it.
I agree.
That's it. Okay. Um. Okay. Cool. Let's go into a little other nuances with So tell me, have you ever had like awkward experiences? So you walk.
Yes.
It's obvious when seeing you walk that you do have a disability.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
can you talk to me about some maybe awkward experiences you've had with interactions with people?
Yeah. I mean, they happen daily.
Yeah.
Not every day, but I mean, there's been some not funny interactions, but there's been interactions where I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I remember walking to class at Dayton my freshman year,
Yeah.
and I'm walking, and like I have pants on. It's cold. It's like February. It was like 2 o'clock on like a Friday,
Yeah.
and like this guy thought I was drunk. Like he thought I was drunk, and I'm going to my like religion 101 class
No
after
way.
eating lunch. Yeah, he was like, "Oh, someone started early." I'm like, "No, I didn't start early. It's 2 o'clock." Like,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
that's happened. I mean, there's been a lot, but
Which
that's one that always sticks in my mind. I'm like, "Oh, this is
which, by the way, if you saw Gabe walk, he does not walk like a drunk person. Like a drunk person's walk, and his walk is entirely different. Like,
no, yeah,
and so for someone to surmise that is like he walks weird. He must be drunk. That's crazy. Any other weird ones like that?
uh-huh. I mean, there's a few in like the Atlanta airport every once in a while,
Like what?
like just like oh, let me think. just like people like people making comments in passing, like, oh, like speed demon and stuff like that when you're in a chair. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
just like comments like that.
Speed limit.
Speed limit. Yeah,
Those are
yeah, yeah.
stupid.
You need a license for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Um, there's I think there's too many. Like
yeah,
that was the one that always sticks out that I always think is pretty funny. But
yeah. So I've got one, and you might not experience this as much.
yeah,
And I love talking about this because I think it exemplifies it puts the dynamic of able-bodied and wheelchair on a like it just points it out blatantly.
uh-huh.
And that's opening doors. And what I mean by that is I love creating awkward moments or situations. And one of my favorite things to do is open a door for an able-bodied person. Not only because I want to be nice, right? But
Mhm.
but also like they're behind me and whatever. And so it's just like a common courtesy thing to do. But I also do it because it makes people feel awkward. And I love just seeing how people react to that.
Yeah,
And part of it is they'll reach over and give you your armpit and hold the door and be like, "No, you go."
yeah,
Some people will absolutely refuse to
Yeah.
to go through the door, and some people will get in front of you, stand on the by the door, like with their back to the door, and then even if you were gonna cede and let and go through, you'd run over their toes, like
Yeah.
they're not in the right position. So, I've also last one is I've had people run from like 20 yards away or yell like, "Hey, hey, hold on, I got it for
Yeah.
you, I'll get it."
Oh yeah.
Um, like,
This is what I do. This is I don't know if I should say this,
go ahead, yeah,
but whenever I'm in an airport, Cincinnati, CVG, or Atlanta, it's me sound like a bad person. I'm not a bad person, but whenever I go to like the bathroom and I have my suitcase and I have like my basketball or tennis chair with me,
yeah,
I'm like I usually go in the handicap
yeah,
because that's the only thing that fits everything, and I can use it. I think.
yeah.
Yeah, but when there's an able-bodied person in there and I know that, and
Mhm.
I like can't, I put my wheelchair right by the door.
Yeah.
And so they can't like they have trouble getting out. And they're
Oh.
like, and because like they shouldn't be they shouldn't be using it all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, that's what I do. And then they knock over my wheelchair while I'm in the bathroom. I always get a good giggle out of that.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it's one thing if all the bathroom stalls are full
Yeah.
and you know, you got to go and that's the only bathroom, but I definitely make an effort when there are other stalls open to roll fairly close to the door to check to see if it's open
Yeah.
and so they can see my wheels or whatever. I don't know, but then like the guilt that some people have when they see you waiting or something like that. It's like, oh, I'm so
I
sorry.
kind of like that. Yeah,
Sorry.
it's kind of funny.
I don't know that I like it.
I don't know if I like it, but I'm like this is
But it is kind of funny
is pretty
that
funny.
that whole interaction.
Yeah.
But so like with those interactions, they're such small interaction, but they reveal so much about that dynamic. Well, why do you think
Mhm.
people get so uncomfortable in those situations?
Well, they're not used to it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's some things that like make me like someone like that I'm not used to. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think that's just like a normal like human experience. If you're not used to something, that you're
Sure.
gonna think it's like you're gonna be uncomfortable about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Not everyone grows up around people that are disabled. So
Yeah, I agree. And I think, you know, that's okay too,
yeah,
is being uncomfortable, but I've heard people tell me in the past, like, don't make it awkward. It's like, well, if you don't know how to interact, how do you not make it awkward? You
no,
know, like it's one of those things. So I don't know. I like talking about the opening doors because well the other aspect of that is and I haven't had anybody on the show that thinks the other direction, but like I can look at it as that person being patronizing
yeah,
because I think that I can't open a door, right?
that's
They
how I like.
think that
Yeah,
I'm less than,
yeah,
right? But then the other one is like they're just being a nice person,
yeah,
and they've kind of been raised to help out disabled people. And one of the comments Jake made is like, "Hey, like it's better to err on the side of caution rather than the side of oh they can do it."
yeah,
And you can't necessarily tell what someone that's in a wheelchair can and can't do right off the bat. And
Yeah.
so like the one size fits all approach is like, let me just treat them like the most disabled of the
Yeah.
wheelchair group, right? And I think that's an acceptable way of going, but it's when you kind of get conflict with somebody that's like, oh no, you go through the door, no, I go through the door, no, you go through the door. It's like, okay, like let's just stop this.
Yeah.
So anyway, anything else to add on that?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't even know. I forget the original question.
It wasn't necessarily a question. It was more like just the
opening,
doors and stuff like that, the nuance behind it. And,
Yeah, no, I think we covered it.
okay, so here's another interesting one that I'm slowly realizing is more me than anything.
Okay.
Is I feel like there's an elephant in the room with every new able-bodied person that I'm around.
Okay.
And that elephant being they're not sure how to interact with me in my wheelchair.
Okay.
And it's either curiosity, it's not knowing how much help that I need, let's say, or whatever else. Like, and so I've taken it upon myself, and I've gotten really good at this to make the person as comfortable as possible about my disability early on.
Yep.
So that they're not timid or that elephant gets out of the room.
Yep.
Right.
100%.
And so what I'll do is I'll crack a disabled joke.
Yep.
I'll just mention something about not being able to feel my legs or something like that. And then that gives somebody a little bit more bravery to be like, what happened? Or whatever else. Or just like, hey, can you open doors or whatever else, right? Like, do you need help loading your wheelchair in your car? Stuff like that. So I guess the question's a two-parter.
Okay.
One, do you feel like that?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Around everybody, or is it just around like 50% of able-bodied people you first interact
I mean, I just learned to get good. Like, I used to shy away from it.
Yeah.
Like dance around it all the time.
Okay.
But I mean, like I student taught 6th graders last year.
Yeah.
12-year-olds, 11 and 12-year-olds.
Kids are so curious about that.
Yeah. And I did my like first week in the classroom, I did all about me and I explained it all. And yeah, no problems with that. They were great about that. So yeah, I've just learned to crack a joke, make light of it, and make people as comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, 100%.
That's interesting. So I've had Jake on, I've had Mozzie on, I've had Matt on.
Yeah.
Elliot and Matthias I've had on. The general response has not been as agreeing as you are with saying yes.
I agree.
It's interesting. So like Matt's approach is maybe, but I don't care. Jake's approach is no, there's absolutely not. And I think we might be living in two different worlds. And that's just the amount of responses I'm getting from people and the variety is like, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And I thought before this podcast, I thought everybody thought like that.
I guess it just works for us. I don't know. Like it may not work for everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that's our way of going about it. So
yeah. Okay. Let's get into being out in public. Here's another situation.
Okay.
How do you respond if you hear a kid when you're out in the public go, "Mommy" or "Daddy, look at that"?
I laugh.
You laugh.
Now I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you didn't used to?
No, I used to be like embarrassed or like red in my face. Yeah, but now it's
interesting.
Give a little giggle.
Yeah. One of the things that I do, and I'm curious what your take is on this as well, is I will stop. I'll interact with the kid.
Okay.
I'll go over and I'll talk to the kid and talk to him just briefly about my disability or whatever else.
See, that's the extrovert, and if they ask, I'll talk to them about it.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna go out of my way to do that.
Sure.
But yeah, that's a good way to go about it.
One of the interesting things that I've maybe have in my head that may or may not be true, I just think from a psychology perspective, it might be. The first thing that parents do when that happens is what? Yeah. They shush their kid.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the most toxic things as a parent that you can do in that situation.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because that kid is just curious.
Mhm.
It's a curiosity thing. And I think it's important to have that conversation with that kid in that moment, or say, oh, he does it differently. It's no big deal. And
Mhm.
then maybe getting into that a little bit deeper, like of why and
Yeah.
why some people look like that, walk like that, wheel like that, whatever.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah. No, I
You think
agree.
it's toxic for a parent to do
Yeah,
that?
but then also you don't know if they're gonna have that conversation in the car after the grocery store.
True.
So they may just be trying to, like, do what they need to do and then bring it up later in the
Yeah.
that's what I like to give them the benefit of the doubt. But
Yeah. Okay.
yes, it does seem toxic at first. But yeah, they
Yeah.
could have that conversation later on
Yeah.
or yeah. So I don't know. That hasn't happened to me in a while.
Okay.
So now that we're talking about it, it's definitely going to happen like tomorrow.
Yeah, right?
So
Well, I mean, you don't noticeably like like I feel like a
I just get
wheelchair
some
stands.
stares. Yeah, I get some stares every once in a while.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you feel about random people saying what happened, asking you about it?
I don't mind it anymore. I used to hate it.
Really?
Yeah, I used to hate it.
Okay.
Growing up, I hated it.
Interesting. I
But
never did. I
yeah,
never hated it.
no, I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why? Why?
because I didn't want to be different. Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
So, but now I like it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Do you think that's appropriate for people to ask?
yeah.
What about like random like
I would rather them ask and it sound rude than them not asking.
or
So,
stare?
yeah. I mean, if they ask, that's the best way that they knew how to ask at that moment.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Jake doesn't think anybody should ask him. And I think it's interesting because he
yeah.
goes around to school.
I know.
He's gone around to school
That
to
is
talk
interesting.
about his disability.
Yeah.
And he says he doesn't mind talking about his disability.
Mhm.
He's not uncomfortable with it. But then he says, but Zach, like you have spina bifida. It's pretty easy to explain spina bifida in a sentence or two. I got ran over by a train. And the amount of questions that people have from getting ran over by a train is endless.
That is a fair point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was fascinating, and I've never heard that approach until I sat down. Like, how long have I known Jake? And
Yeah.
like, I never got that perspective before, and that's why I love these disabled conversations,
Yeah.
disability conversations. The other one is, I know somebody who've been in a car wreck and it was their fault and they had people in their car who passed away.
Yeah.
Like those kinds of things are other reasons why maybe people shouldn't ask.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like for me, I love talking about it. It's like you getting to know a piece of who I am.
Mhm.
But like it's if you do ask and they give you a one-word answer, don't keep asking more questions.
Yeah.
Like kind of feel that out. Like
Mhm.
yeah, but I don't know. Interesting. Anything else on that?
Yeah. I mean, I think those awkward conversations of what happened that prevents that supermarket thing where the child, where
Yes.
the parent,
Yes.
that just gives one more person the ability to talk about it. So
Mhm.
that's where I come from it.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you this. I've said in past podcasts that I think it's on the disabled. We were talking about spreading awareness and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's on the disabled community to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the job of an able-bodied person to do research or whatever
No.
else. Like that'd be great if they did,
Yeah.
but I think it's on us to make sure that we spread that awareness, which is again that's one of the reasons why I go and talk to that kid and stuff like that. And then
Mhm.
I might even compliment the parent, like I'm glad your kid's so curious about this,
Mhm.
or something like that, to help that parent realize that hey, it's okay, your kid can do this. So I don't know. Do you think it's fully on the disabled community to spread that awareness, or do you think able-bodied people need to play a part in it?
I mean, I think they need to play a part in it, but I mean, I think it is all on the disabled community. I mean,
Yeah. Okay.
they're the ones that live with it. They know how to deal with it
Yeah.
and best explain it. So I mean, yeah, I think it should be all on the disabled, but the able-bodied should they they can help out too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we in the world we live in. Uh,
They need to help out in the world we live in. I think.
well, yeah, they definitely do. I think hopefully able-bodied people can like latch on and be curious about it and stuff like that. But I think we live in a world of like you need to you need to do the work as an able-bodied person, and it
Hmm.
shouldn't be on the disabled community. And I just reject that premise altogether because like why should somebody care about the disabled community? And if they're not interacting with the disabled community on a day-to-day basis, right?
Hmm.
Like I'm sorry, but they have their own life to live, and
Yeah,
they have their own priorities that which they care about, probably equally as important, right?
yeah.
Like so I just yeah. Anyway, anything else on that?
No.
Last one
Oh.
on the disability segment. Inspiration. Is it good or bad that someone's inspired by you being in a wheelchair?
Not bad,
Okay.
but you don't need to tell me about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Like a lot of things inspire me, but I don't tell them about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I used to love Chad Ochocinco for the Bengals, number 85 back
Yeah.
in. I'm not going up and DMing him. You're an inspiration to me. I'm not like. I think that should be separate. Like
Yeah.
that's something inside. That's not so.
Yeah. There's a podcast that I've talked about, or no, not a podcast, a TED Talk that I talk about on the show.
Yeah.
It's called "Thank You." I'm not your inspiration. Thank you very
Yeah.
much. And like working in the retail space, I've had a lot of people come up to me, like a handful, that would just say, "Oh, I'm so glad they hired disabled people. I'm so proud that you're working here."
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like that's the first thing that they say. Like, you know nothing about me. Like I could be the worst employee ever, and you're proud of me for working here. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like that's not. I hate that. At the same time, if you want to be inspired by me doing that, what action are you taking as a result of that inspiration?
Yeah.
If you think that I'm in a wheelchair and my life stinks, or I whatever else, and compared to your life, and you're inspired by how I'm still doing things because of your life, or compared to your life, then like be inspired, but take action on that inspiration.
Yeah.
I don't want you to be inspired for inspired sake.
No, I agree.
This lady on the TED Talk says it's inspiration porn,
Yeah.
and like it's like, all right, you're just doing that to feel good, and
Yeah.
I don't think
No,
that's
it is all feel good.
yeah,
Like they're not going out and volunteering or
yeah,
helping out in any way. Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
No,
Any,
I agree.
anything else on that?
No, no, I don't. It's not bad, but I don't like it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Is there any other topics that you would say that we haven't covered that you want to get into?
I think we covered everything.
I don't know,
Every,
man.
no,
I
we
think
do,
we should talk for
I-
another 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
okay.
think we cut. We could do this for like 6, but I don't. I think we got it. I think we got it.
Wait, you were about to say one thing that we
No.
haven't covered.
No.
Okay.
No. I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah,
No.
I think we've talked about a lot. It's 2 hours 37 minutes. So
Impressive.
that's yeah. Okay, so a couple final closing questions.
Okay.
What's one thing you hope sticks with people after hearing you today?
Ooh. My want to help others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I hope that there's maybe a kid looking at this thinking they don't have a path, and they see that you're a collegiate athlete,
Hmm.
and I've done my own sports, and then they find wheelchair sports, or even there's parastanding sports, there's adaptive, there's blind and visually impaired. So I hope someone gets inspired by you. I
Yes.
think that's the
Oh, thank you.
appropriate. I think that's the appropriate way of using it
I'll allow it.
see that they get inspired by the path that you've taken and wants to follow it. So
Yeah, thank you. I like that.
that's what I hope. Where can people find you?
Instagram's my name, so
Can you
at Gabe Puthoff.
Yep. Okay. So Gabe, Gabe.
Yep. P as in Paul, Uthoff.
All right. And they can find you on all socials,
I believe.
basically.
I think so.
You're on Spotify? No, I'm kidding.
You not want to know what I'm listening to now. So.
Yeah, right. Okay. And then, so yeah, I just wanted to last closing thought that I have is thanks so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, this was great.
You are my first collegiate athlete that I've had on, that's
Honored.
in the current collegiate space now. I've had Jake and Mazi on, of course, but, it's a different world being in the tennis world versus them being in the basketball world. And,
Sure.
kind of laying that out of like what it takes and stuff like that. And I love our disability conversations that we've talked about. And I really appreciate you coming on. So
thanks for having me. Anytime.
Yeah. Any other thoughts before we sign off?
You going to the Open?
I am.
Nice.
Yeah. You?
Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going, I think, next weekend.
Okay.
So
yeah. I go back down to Auburn on Wednesday, so Tuesday.
Yeah.
I'll see the qualifiers.
That's a bummer that it starts like right at the tournament. I'm surprised though too that like, when do you start school?
The 18th. But I got to move in. I'm going to a new place.
Yeah.
So I got to do all my moving stuff.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, the 18th is when I start school.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I got to work too. So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. Well, everybody, thanks again for joining the Rolling Forward podcast. If you like what you heard, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. I want to hear what keeps you rolling forward. My next t-shirt idea or something you heard today that stuck with you. I'm for it all. If you want to see more shirts like the one I'm wearing, I can't stand wheelchair jokes. You can find these. This is Zach made. You can find this shirt at rollingforward.printful.me. And if you've got a story worth sharing that fits the theme of what we're doing here today, I'd love to hear from you. You could be my next guest. Until next time, keep rolling forward.